Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode. I am Michael Petrow, and on the show this week, you've got a debate featuring Martin Navarro, myself, Jimmy Skinner, and Charles Fernandes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're mass debating best music festivals. We decided to sit down and look at the television screen and the movie screen and take our favorite musical performances, be it that it's a musical itself or it's a biopic about some of our favorite musicians, and create a multi-day, single-day, whatever amount of day festival you want to experience. Who's the host? Who's guiding you through the days? What kind of festival is it? Where is it being held? Is it in a club? Is it in a field somewhere? This is in honor of things like Osheaga, Bonnaroo, Lollapalooza for us here at home, the Manitoba Folk Fest, stuff like that. So that's what we're debating for you this week, ladies and gentlemen. We got a fantastic review of our watch lists as well. So that's who's on the show. That's what's on the show. I have no real interesting things to tell you at the moment that I can think of. We might be doing another live event, something a little bit smaller, some patio in town we might be on is the game plan right now. We're talking with some friends and trying to come up with something. So stay tuned. Subscribe to the show via social media or the show itself. We're everywhere, so wherever you're listening to this, just hit that subscribe plus, like, whatever, smash it button. Follow us on social media. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the link in our bio. It's a nice long list of all the things that we offer, that we're a part of, that you can check out all the other guys and all their other pages on Instagram or TikTok. Ian's got a great TikTok page. You can join the Debaterverse. Hit the link in the bio is basically what I'm getting at. Otherwise, I have nothing else for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the best music festival featuring Martin, myself, Jimmy, and Charles. I got nothing else for you. I will cue the reel, and you enjoy the show.
Let's tidy up this tangle of film by putting it on a reel. Here is a motion picture film, 1,000 feet, 16,000 separate photographs.
Welcome, everybody, to the official space section of the charter.
The truth! You can't handle the truth!
Sir, you're out of order.
Out of order. I show you out of order.
3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. Welcome to the Real Debaters podcast. Welcome to where we ask a simple question. What happens when real life meets real life? I'm Michael Petrow.
I'm Dragon.
Here we go.
And I think that we should all be very happy, and this is the last thing I'll say about the slap, is that we should all be very, very happy that we will not be getting Bright 2. We should be psyched.
That's Jimmy, ladies and gentlemen. And in Vancouver...
My eyes are really round today. Look.
What? What are you doing? Like it's actual. You know what you look like? You know the guy. You know in Beetlejuice when he turns his eyeballs out and puts them all on his hands. That's the face and then he pulls his face out like Khonshu.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. Look at Martin. That's fucking freaky.
You look like a Doug Jones character.
Are your eyes fucked up today?
No, I just wanted to make them round for you guys.
Oh, thanks.
Are your eyes fucked up today?
Shauna's is actually, hers is droopy. I think she was fucking with it in the middle of the night. Like, I don't know what she was doing, but like she's got some swelling and it's so swelling that it's like boxer's droop, you know? Like
Boxer's droop.
What did you do?
Hey man. Speaking of a slap,
Michael,
nothing
come
happened
on,
in
man.
this house.
You gotta respect the face.
Telephone books, right?
Learn how to aim, Michael. You're
Telephone
almost 40
books.
now.
Good
Learn
Lord.
how to aim.
Oh, I love the start of our show. Ladies and gentlemen, hello to you. It's nice to be talking to you. And what are we going to talk to you about today? We're going to talk to you about, we're going to debate for you today. This is a debate, ladies and gentlemen, and it is centered around musical performances or just music in general from film. And we had done one before. We had done the soundtrack episode. That was Martin, me, Rusty from The Waking Eyes, and Sean Geek. We did that. We did that, right, Martin?
2-part episode.
Yeah, 2-part episode. It went. We had no. That was when we realized that A, we can go long. B, we need to edit. And C, yeah, 2 parts is fine because it really did take a lot of time to be like, if your life was a soundtrack, what moment would this be and how would it be
What a
orchestrated?
beautiful episode.
Right? It was very cathartic.
How nice.
This one won't be. So this one is what would happen because we're all festival goers, concert goers. Music's back, right? COVID's still there, but it's safer, I guess. Whatever. I'm not a doctor, but concerts are happening. I was at one this week. I was at Huxley Workman actually
Oh, nice.
at the park, and it was a little weird, but they're still carding people, right?
Yep.
Not the ID, just the vaccine ID.
Oh, yeah?
So, you can't be 16. Sorry, kids. And so it was cool. But today's debate is taking all those musical performances and music and song and creating your own music festival out of it. And you know how we roll here. Most of us don't understand the fucking shit we put on paper.
My whole festival is the Von Trapp family.
Yes. Doe, a deer, a female. Just on repeat
For
all day
3
long.
days.
For 3 days. Is this a festival or is this a CIA black site where you just play the sound of music on repeat?
It sounds
to
like
torture?
you guys are trying to get, you're trying to ruin Waco, basically, is what that sounds like.
We're trying to start a new Waco.
Yeah, you guys are doing a new Waco.
Trying to get everybody out of Waco.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
get them all out.
Yeah. Yeah.
One more time on the loudspeaker, boys.
Now the lights.
Oh, okay, but before we get there, we're gonna talk about our watch lists. We're gonna talk about what we consume this week. If this is your first time, this is where we tell you what we think you should watch because we're so fucking prolific in our reviewing system here.
Yeah.
So I'll go up first because mine doesn't have a lot. Mine has one of actually my picks in it. So you know what? I'll start it off. Let's get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the room.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking Moon Knight.
What did you watch, Michael?
I watched a man.
Michael, what did you watch?
Jimmy, are you curious?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, good. I watched a man find out that there might be a third personality in his brain, which I think we've all watched this week on Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So first of all,
Spoilers.
thank you. Second, by the time this comes out, it'll be over with. But if you want to watch it, spoiler. Let's talk about the hippopotamus in the room.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
Yeah,
Hip-hop.
that was insane.
I am so, and me and Jimmy were talking about this last night when we were out, but like it is, Sean is watching it with me, Zoe's watching it with Jimmy, is Claudia obviously
She is,
watching it
yeah,
with you,
yeah.
and I know someone would be watching it with Martin, but it's just, it's that's just a testament to how good this series is,
Yeah.
because it's Indiana Jones. Right,
It's for partners.
it's for partners. Like it's just that thing that is it. Well, it is a partner-esque. Like there's a
That's right.
marriage going involved. There's a relationship. She doesn't know who she's in a
Got a
relationship
partner
with.
in his head.
Right. Like it. I don't.
It hits a lot of cool genres and a lot of cool like constructs without being those stereotypical constructs.
Yes.
'Cause she is a cool, let's say, love interest, but she's not your stereotypical love interest. Like, you know, and
She's a
her
love
story is
interest who-
complex.
She has a purpose in the story. She's
Yeah.
not just a love interest, and
Yeah.
that's that. And
Yeah.
we're talking about episode 4, everybody. So I think the big thing in the room. Where do you think he is now? Now that like the end.
I don't know. In his own head, maybe?
Okay, yeah.
That's what I thought too, his own head.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin, let's start with you. Like white space. First of all, we cut to the best movie ever. Like, was it Tomb Robber? Was that the name of the film?
Tomb Buster.
Tomb Buster, that's
yeah,
it. Which I
yeah,
thought was
yeah.
a porn.
Yeah.
If you were watching
No,
it,
that's
you would
Womb.
Oh, Womb Buster.
Buster. The aliens porn.
Got it.
God damn.
Got it. Like Superman shooting jizz into Wonder Woman through her back, ruining her for all of eternity.
That's what's in the arc.
That's what's in the. That's what you look at.
Yeah. That's why everyone's face melts.
Okay, Martin, where do you think he is now that we know that they've released some sort of like, I don't know, like it's an other world, or is it his head? What do you think the white world is?
I don't know. It might be his head. Do you ever watch Legion on FX?
Yeah.
I watched a bit of the first season.
Kind of reminds me of that. Like that first part when they're in the hospital. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
this reminds me of. Where
Totally.
it's like, is it in his head? Is it not in his head?
Yeah.
We're not sure, but it could be like. It could also be maybe he's in that place in the Egyptian philosophy where it's like kind of like the waiting room before you figure out what your afterlife is,
Like purgatory.
before they judge you. Yeah, purgatory kind of.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're like waiting, and then they judge you with the scales, and then they say, okay, if you've been a good person, go to heaven. If you're a bad person, go to hell.
Yeah.
oh,
that's
because
that
yeah. That could be the place after you die in front of Harrow when he
Yeah.
weighs your scales.
Yeah.
That could be the place that you go. And when they weighted his scales, they didn't move, right?
Yeah.
So
His scales just kept going crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think because okay, Khonshu found Mark,
Yeah.
and brought Mark back, and Steven is part of Mark's brain. That's already there. It's just manifesting in Khonshu. But if Khonshu brought Mark back, then assuming in this third sarcophagus in this white world, we'll call it, because it's just pure fucking, like, it's just beautiful. It's like, his office. Like, did you guys clue in on like the Egyptian jars in the back? Like, how long did it take you to realize? Like, I caught it as soon as they changed the screen resolution when they went from 16 by 9.
Oh yeah,
and they went to 4 to 3. I was like, okay, we are leaving. I've watched enough Witcher. I understand.
Is this the Snyderverse?
Right? Exactly. Is this the Snyder? Is there 4 hours of this now? But then you get to where it goes back to 16 by 9, and I picked it up when he dropped the toy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you guys pick it up all there too?
No.
When did you realize that he was?
I don't.
Because they pan around the room a lot, and they're like, hey, by the way, here's a toy. Here's a bunch of Egyptian jars. Here's a guy with a walking staff. Here's Harrow, just as his doctor.
Oh,
right?
you know what it reminded me of? Usual Suspects.
Was he going to get Kaiser Soze?
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
what?
I don't know. It's such a fun fucking show. It's a new take. Like Charles keeps saying, like, they just went to the comic book store. They pulled a fucking comic book off, and they're like, let's try this.
Yeah.
But it's Oscar Isaac's performance in 3 and 4, where you see in a scene that's not cut, you see him go from Mark to Steven.
Yeah.
Effortlessly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I mean, that's like kind of what's really cool. Like looking at it from, say, an actor's perspective, is it must be such a great role because it's 2 roles / 3 roles / how many do we know, right? Like,
yeah, we're given 3 personalities for the show, but if
Right.
he's introduced into the universe, they could break him into 5, 10 roles, and then just pay him scale for each.
well, and people are posting a lot of funny memes right now on
Yes,
Instagram
they are.
of like Moon Knight's comics, and there's one where Spider-Man and him are having a really great conversation, and Spider-Man's like, "Hey, Steven." He goes, "No, it's Mark." He goes, "Hey, Mark." "No, now it's Steven." "Okay, Steven." "No, back to Mark." So you know that at one point Moon Knight gets to the point where they're all like brothers. They're all brothers, and they're all like,
They're all in the
there's
light.
no fighting for the body anymore. They're just like in and out, in and out, in and out, whenever. And I think they're all conscious at one point. Do you know what I mean? Because that's like what I'm saying is like that's where I'm at, and I think it's just because spoiled a little bit with Phase 4. This is a little bit of Phase 1 storytelling, which I appreciate. It's a slow burn. They want to get a lot of character development. I
It's
totally
an
get
origin
it.
story.
But I just fucking love Moon Knight. Like, I just love it. Even the scene where they were reversing, he's like, "Oh, you need to see the stars how
my
they were
God.
back that
Oh, that
night."
was so cool.
That was awesome. That was so wicked, right?
That
That
just-
whole thing is so cool.
That premise
Right?
of and that's the sacrifice Khonshu has
Yeah.
to make.
Yeah, and it's insane. He literally does. And he's even like, he's still reversing it as he's getting still like almost snapped away. Like he's deteriorating and he's still doing it for Mark.
Yeah, he's
so
like-
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
right? So
Totally.
it's insane. Like he knows that this is like, they have to do this. Like,
Do we know when Moon Knight is taking place?
so a lot of people are saying
Now, actually,
it's
like tomorrow, I think he's due to figure this all out.
it's right after Endgame, because I think they're
Okay.
saying it's 2025. And I
Well,
think
Madripoor
Endgame
takes
ends-
place. Madripoor was referenced, right?
Yeah, and on the bus, that scene with the bus, it apparently has a flyer that has so-and-so exhibit this year.
Okay.
And somebody like super you know how nerds
Is there an
are.
advertisement for the Marvels
We
musical
need to
somewhere?
know.
yeah, the Steve Rogers
Okay,
musical.
so it's
yeah.
right after Endgame.
It is taking place in that, and right, I keep forgetting Endgame did the 5-year jump, so it's
Yeah.
technically 2025, I think.
Okay, so now
In
we're
Endgame?
behind.
Yeah. So the other thing I was really wanted to say about where he is, I totally agree with you guys in terms of like, I think it's like when someone's in a coma, but for him, because of this whole Khonshu and everything, it's like it's not just him in a coma. He's definitely in like a purgatory kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking too is they're in the tomb of where they find Alexander the Great still, right?
Yeah. That's
So-
that's where it all goes down,
Right.
And then we flash to the white world.
But when Ethan Hawke shoots him, he falls into the pool that is surrounding the tomb of Alexander the Great. And if it's anything
Everlasting
like
life, bitch.
if it's anything like The Mummy,
it's anything like Lost,
because that's what I base a lot of this is. I loved The Mummy growing up. Like the Mummy movies of Brendan Fraser were like my life for like 2 years.
I watched one
So
like a couple weeks ago. I just put it on for
and
background fodder.
and remember how important the water is around Imhotep's tomb, because that's where the life is.
The water of life.
So he's
Life of
shot
water.
in there, and I think part of him falling in the water is actually keeping him alive.
Interesting.
Because there's no and the way Ethan Hawke shot and the way they shot that, they made an effort to show him fall back, go into almost like a blackness, but you do see him hit that water pool. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with, because he is alive, but he did get shot pretty
In the
aggressively
chest,
in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
chest
Twice.
twice. Yeah, like Ethan Hawke made sure to be like double tap right for that one. You know what I mean?
And like Ethan Hawke's performance in 4,
Great. He's so awesome.
how he's infiltrating everybody. Like he's got
Yeah.
a conversation with Steven going. He's got a conversation with Mark. He's got a conversation with Mark's wife. Like he's just mind fucking and gaslighting everybody.
Even
so
when he
well.
goes to the trial, right? The way he's
Yeah,
talking to
yeah,
the other
yeah.
gods, he's just like, man,
So
this
matter
guy's
of fact.
crazy. This guy's nuts. Why are you picking me? And then it works. You're like, yeah.
They're
Right?
writing Harrow like he's a victim of Khonshu.
Yes.
Like it's a
Yeah.
really interesting
Yeah.
take of like he used
He was
me.
victimized. Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
And that's
totally.
not that anti
Yeah.
is not a Marvel thing, right?
Yeah.
Where someone of power is shown as someone who's gone through some weakness. Like that,
Right.
That's interesting. Martin, we're talking too much over here. What are your takes on 4? Anything that we've missed so far, or that we can
Just
throw in
great.
before?
I just like
great.
Oscar Isaac. His performance is great in it. Like I think we've all summed it up pretty well. I don't know anything about Moon Knight, so like the fact that it's an origin story is really good for me because like I said, don't know anything about it. And I like it so far. It's really good.
I think I agree. They definitely needed to make it an origin story.
Oh,
just
yeah.
to get new viewers in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all tired of the Cap
I'm excited to
Cat.
see what's going to be the connection because you know how they always put
Yeah.
one character. In
Yeah,
the
yeah.
post?
Yes. Yeah.
Who's the
Who's it
big
gonna
bad?
be? It's coming up soon.
Well,
Is it? I don't think it's Harrow.
could the twist also be maybe this third personality is the big bad?
No, it's Morbius.
God. But yeah, I'm hearing a lot of there's
How
a
about
lot
Mephisto?
of buzz online right now that people think this third personality is actually
Jake Lockley,
the one pulling
the
the
string.
strings of evil, and that's who Harrow's actually dealt with.
Oh.
He doesn't know Mark. He doesn't know Steven. He knows this third.
So are you
God.
saying that we've been introduced to the third guy when we've all been under the impression that it was Mark, but really it could be Jake? Because wouldn't it be great to see a bait and switch? Like what we think is
Yeah.
Steven is actually Jake fucking with
Yeah,
everybody?
well, and that's what's cool about it is that's the thing is with all these kind of personalities within him, they can fuck each other over in that sense, right? And like,
yeah, it's
how
internal.
do we not know Steven's kind of playing up the fact that he's like, I don't know, I'm kind of helpless.
Because he seems pretty confident when he's excavating a tomb.
Yeah,
Like he
right.
doesn't seem, even when he fell down the thing, he
Right.
seems like he's so comfortable, and it just
Totally.
seems off. For him.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for a
from,
guy.
from a gift shop guy. From a gift
Thank-
shop
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. It's also doing what it should, and it's making us question everything now, right?
Yeah.
We're at
Yes.
that point in the
Guys, he
series
took
where
a
we're
master's
like,
class in Egyptian archaeology. A master class. That's why he's such a pro.
what's really neat though about with Claudia watching it, she's actually like, why Claudia was super pumped to see it was just the fact of it being set within Egypt. She went to Egypt,
Oh,
so she's like,
is she looking at it
Super-
being like that's Jordan? I've been to
Well, the
Egypt because
first-
they did film in Jordan.
that
Sick.
shot where
Those aren't the pyramids, guys. That's VFX. Just so we're all clear.
Well, the shot where he first goes to the balcony, you can definitely tell that the pyramids are in there. But she said that shot is like, she's like, that is like,
that's the two. That's the
she's
two,
like, that's
yeah.
Egypt. Like, she's like,
So
that
she's
is-
been in a pyramid.
They did the tour, so they don't go in. They've never been into them. I did not know this
Cool.
because the pyramids are actually. She told me all this. They're blocked off to a point where they don't know how to actually get in there.
You don't
So
want to
it's
get
like-
killed.
Nobody's
And that's
asked
the
King
thing.
Tut.
So it's literally sonar imagery that they know
Call
how there's
Harrison
things
forward.
and stuff. Yeah, let's get everyone. Let's get Tomb Raider. Let's get Indiana. But yeah, isn't that kind of nuts? Like,
Wow.
because
Isn't it
that's what
kinda-
I said. I was like, does it look like that in the inside? Because when they're inside of it, and she's like, no, like you don't go in them. And I was like, oh.
God damn.
Well, and
Um,
I really like the Alexander Great pull. I
Yeah,
thought-
that was
sick.
cool. And
That
you know
was
what's
cool.
funny is like that was, and it is kind of like there is that whole, I guess, theory or not necessarily, but like there is that connection I know that Alexander the Great has with Egypt,
yeah.
and there are those like,
He
those,
made it. He
That's right.
conquered it, and
That's
then
right.
considered himself of
Right.
everything. That's where he. That's where
That's
he.
such
right.
a white guy thing to
right.
fucking do.
Right.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm Egyptian now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. I
What a
identify as
fucking
Egyptian.
I like it here. Yeah. Yeah.
After I've conquered it, right? Not
God
before.
damn it.
Not when I was just like a visitor.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Fabutan. I'm Egyptian.
Oh, the one thing I did not like about
Christ.
this episode, I will say, is he opens up a tomb, fucking puts his arm in this thing's mouth, and at no point is he like, God, that stench.
Right? It
You know,
doesn't
just
stink at
one
all.
little something of like, God, that stinks, because there's no way that it would not be fucking disgusting.
I agree. You could hear the crackling of the throat bones.
Yeah, I was just like, and it had enough. I'm like, and seriously, nothing? Like, nothing?
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. He
Like-
seems way too comfortable.
I've done this before.
This is my Saturday.
Oh, I love the actress. I don't know her name, unfortunately, but she's really great. I like her. Wherever Marvel found her, she's great.
Do you know that accent? Like, I'm truly trying to figure out
I
her
think it's
heritage. I think
it's
is it
Arabic.
Eng-
I
Is it
think
Arabic?
it's- I
Okay,
think so.
then, yeah.
Like
Then
it sounds it at
even-
least, but I'm a white guy, so that could be stereotypical.
That very much could be, and it's you're
right.
very aware of your fucking accent.
I will say though, one detail I really love. I don't know. Have you guys noticed that every fucking time Ethan Hawke walks, you can hear the glass?
Oh my god.
They haven't gotten rid of that.
It's awesome,
There's
man.
actually a shot
It's
on his.
great.
There's a shot on his foot where it's still like
Yeah.
they are not letting you forget that
Yeah,
that glass
that he's
is
been
still
the
there.
at the literally the series started with him putting glass in his shoes,
Yeah.
and then stepping into them, right? Like, but it's just a really cool detail that I love that a sound engineer has made the effort to ensure that it's there.
Because they
you
could
know?
have just not done it and you wouldn't think twice about
yeah,
it.
and that's a continuity thing that I think Hollywood forgets about easily, and they're just like, eh. You know what I mean? So it's
Whatever.
cool to see that it's there.
Okay, so
That's how you win the Oscar.
I got it.
Yeah.
Here.
That's how you
May
get it.
May Kalawawi.
That's
Kalamaui?
awesome.
I think that might be Australian. Now that's stereotypical of me. Born in Burhani, Egyptian Palestinian actress.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
There you go. It's right.
Cool.
You were right.
Cool.
I thought that's
If
Australian.
she wasn't, I would have been blown away because her accent, like she even like I don't know if it's right to say this, but even her look, like she looks authentically Middle Eastern. Like
Yeah, they didn't find someone who they
No.
could cast as Middle Eastern.
right.
They-
She looks like
Yeah.
she's
They did the
definitely
right thing and like,
Yeah.
hey, let's find someone from this place.
And right after Shang-Chi, after Black Panther, if you're not
It'd be
continuing
weird.
that,
Yeah.
right? Like especially knowing you're setting something in Egypt, right? Like I understand Oscar Isaac, but they haven't said
They didn't
he's-
cast Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah,
He
Feige has
says,
learned his
Great
mistake.
job, everyone.
So okay, because you guys have stuff too here.
After.
All in all, I will thank you for helping me carry the load of Moon Knight, my Moon Knight load.
Goddamn.
Night load.
I'm still like it's 9 out of 10 sarcophaguses.
Right? And who knows how it'll be at the end.
Right? Like
Exactly.
it's such
Still
a
a few, like what, 6 more episodes to go?
2 more.
dos.
Two?
Dos.
It's only- it's only 8?
It's only 6 episodes.
6 episodes.
It's only
No.
6.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my theory last episode, all Moon Knight and the Mandalorian shows up. Yeah, and then Luke's like, Moon Knight, do you want to join me or what? And then he's got to choose.
Fucking Disney.
Disney is so reliant on Mandalorian getting them out of every trouble.
It's just wild that I get it. I get the Mandalorian's awesome, but it's just nuts that they're like, let's put him in everything. Like if he shows up in Obi-Wan as a kid, I'm gonna blow my brains out. Right? Because he would be a kid in that.
It would be Obi-Wan would take place the same time as Mandalorian.
It would?
Yeah.
Is it? Is it taking place at the same time?
Maybe
Oh, I
just
think you're
right.
right.
Actually, no.
Is it? I don't know.
No. Martin's
Maybe a few
right
years after,
because
a few years after.
there's
Because
that-
Obi-Wan's older already.
Because
Yeah.
Mandalorian is 6 years after Return of the Jedi.
Because Luke, remember in the trailer they showed Luke as a kid.
Yeah,
He's
no, I
not
think you're right.
a
So
baby. So
this has
probably
got
like
to
6
be
years.
at least 10 years after Revenge of the Sith.
sure.
Obi-Wan.
so.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan is like 10 years after
and
Revenge.
Mando
and
and
Mando is 6 after Return. So
how
old
this
is
is still
so-
before. So Mando would be like an infant,
Weird.
if anything.
Okay.
But again,
He'd
if
be
they
the
do that,
child.
I will lose my mind. Watch Luke's best friend. He's going to be like, I'm going to be a Jedi. And then his best friend will be like, I'm going to be a Mandalorian.
Okay.
You
It'll be the
crazy
Star Wars
rascals.
Christmas all over again.
Bryce Dallas Howard has to give us that.
How old was Luke in Return of the Jedi?
20-something.
Yeah, late 20s. I'd
Okay.
say mid to late 20s.
Still
It was
living
his
with his aunt and
30th
uncle?
birthday, actually.
Well, no, that's
a lot
you're
of-
talking Return. New Hope, he would have been.
What a grown
16, 17.
Yeah, New Hope, he was probably in his teens.
Yeah, because he was still like, oh, I just want to go get power converters. Remember? He
at the
was still
Toshi
like-
You're
Station.
17.
I want to
damn it.
shoot animals with my gun.
Anyways, we derailed. Sorry. That was
no,
my-
that's fine. Martin, what'd you watch?
I went on like a back catalog kick.
Yeah, those are
Because
great.
I really liked the Batman, so I went on a Robert Pattinson catalog kick, and
Nice.
wanted to see some of his stuff. I watched The Lost City of Z, which is
I
an
haven't seen
okay
that.
movie. I think the best part about that whole movie is Robert Pattinson's performance.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big Charlie Hunnam fan. I think he sounds the same in everything he does,
Yeah,
even
I'm-
when he's British.
I'm not a fan of him.
He can't act for shit. Like he's not a good actor. Not a good actor.
I concur.
He got really lucky getting cast in Sons of Anarchy, and like he did great in that. But I have never seen anything, even in that. But I've never seen anything where I was like, "Wow, what an actor!" From
Yeah.
that guy.
Even in The Gentleman, I wasn't blown away. Like in The Gentleman, I
no.
don't know what type of English he's trying to.
I
do.
know. Even his role
Like, what
sucked
type of
in
English
it.
are you
Are
trying
you
to be?
inventing a new
And it's the
dialect?
same thing here.
Is that one the? Is Tom Holland in that one too?
The gentleman, no.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Oh.
Tom Holland was great in it. So you get Tom Holland and you get Robert Pattinson. in
Okay,
this
okay,
Lost
so
City of Z.
okay, yeah.
Tom Holland's in The Lost City of Z?
Yeah, it's one of the ones he
Yeah,
did
yeah.
in between the Spider-Man movies. That's why I know about it. I haven't seen it, but I saw a trailer and it looked okay.
I always thought Tom Holland did the impossible and then just aged
Yeah, I
really
know.
quick.
yeah. And
Like
then-
he Jesus.
yeah, he just got jacked overnight. And
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
I'm gonna do a movie about the biggest fucking tsunami ever, and now I'm
But
Spider-Man.
I'm happy to hear that Robert Pattinson was great in it because
He's great. Like he's good. And I also watched Flying High as well
Yeah.
with Robert Pattinson on Netflix. That was a pretty good. It was a weird kind of, but good. Like he's the best part about it.
Mhm.
Again.
Mhm.
I also watched. This is the one I really want to talk about. I watched Twilight. 'Cause I was like, you know what? Let's see-
Yeah.
The
let's give the man a
baseball
chance.
scene.
Let's see what happens.
No,
And I could not tell if the acting was good because the script was so bad.
It's so bad.
I couldn't tell if the acting was good. Like the script was so bad. Like it was so cheesy.
The
was
baseball
so poorly
scene,
written.
Martin.
And oh
The
my god, I
baseball.
just
Yeah, that scene is burned into my brain.
I will never see it, so I want to live vicariously through you. Like, I've
it was
heard that
terrible.
so it is a young adult novel, right? Like that's
Ugh,
right. So
yeah.
it was written.
I'd
It was
say
written.
preteen.
Yeah.
Preteen.
So, but I heard that it
That's
was
what kids love. No wonder kids today are so fucked up.
Every
Yeah.
kid wants to
Yeah.
date a 200-year-old vampire.
that glitters.
Dude, there's a scene where it's like, okay, so obviously if Robert Pattinson's character in that, I guess is, I can't remember, it's Edward. something.
Edward.
Longshanks.
Edward
If
Cullen.
Edward were in a real person, Edward Cullen, I think it's.
Yeah.
He was a real person. He would have to like go to each neighbor and be like, "Hi, I'm a registered sex offender."
Yes, he would.
That's the character that he plays in that.
Yeah.
Is it
And
like
there's a scene in the movie where it's so stupid and so creepy, and I don't know why Kristen Stewart's character says, just brushes off like it's okay. So he's a vampire, right? He's a vampire, and he sneaks into her room,
Yeah.
and while this is when they first start dating, he sneaks into her room, and then she's like, "Oh my god, I didn't know you can sneak into my room. How long have you been doing that?" It's like a couple months, and I'm like, and she says nothing about it, nothing.
Because that's
like,
romantic.
that's
sneaking into your room, watching you sleep for a couple months
Yeah.
before you were dating, before he even knew you, and you're just like okay with it. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
It's
That's-
okay because he's attractive.
Also, like,
But it's no, that's not romantic, Charles. That's called recon.
oh, I know. I'm saying she wrote that though and was like, romantic. Love.
danger.
Like,
the
yeah.
fuck?
Are you
Sure.
in stranger danger, you crazy lady?
I'm okay with
Like
infatuation.
how bad was the author not getting fucked to
What
write that? You know what I mean? Like, just God, this is such bad.
One of my
this is
favorite lines in that movie too is when she's like, "How long have you been a teenager?" And he's like, "I've been a teenager." Pauses, camera pans, a long time.
Wouldn't it just be
what?
so bad.
I think
What?
it's still just 18 years. No, it would be like 5 years.
It's just
How
so
long have you been a teenager? Oh, for about 5 years,
you know,
and then I turned 20.
The funniest thing about that, I
not
used
average,
to,
yeah.
I used to work at the electronics section in Superstore on Bison Drive, and Twilight, when that movie came out on DVD and Blu-ray,
Every day.
it had to be on all the TVs every fucking day.
God.
So it got to a point where, like, yeah, the TVs would be on mute, and I could say all the dialogue.
So it's like
Really?
that scene.
Oh, dude, it was bad. Like the baseball scene was one where I would interrupt customers and I'd be like, I have to
Sorry,
see
we have
this
to watch
because it's so stupid.
You guys got to see this on this TV.
Anna Kendrick is beautiful. I have to watch her.
So
Actually,
you were
Hold
like
on.
you were like Paul Rudd in 40-Year-Old
Oh,
Virgin.
yeah,
If
it's
you
like-
play Barry Manilow again, I'm gonna say you
No,
say me
no,
kill
it's
myself.
it's Michael. It's
Michael McDonald.
Michael
Yeah.
McDonald.
Yeah.
If you play Yama B there one more time, I'm gonna Yama blow my brains out everywhere.
Point.
And then I love when he goes, "Oh, bitch."
He just
What was
goes
that?
back to
Nothing.
work.
Nothing.
Mm.
Nothing. Nothing.
He just goes back to work.
How many of us have blown up fluorescent light bulbs against their pants?
Hitting each other with them.
I would rather listen to Fran Drescher and Beautician and the Beast.
Oh shit.
Anyways, oh fuck me.
So Twilight's awesome.
I'd rather get my dick punched repeatedly by a small Japanese child.
So it's good to know
have
that
to watch
Twilight
Twilight.
still sucks. Good.
Yeah, Twilight
Oh,
doesn't
it's
hold up.
terrible.
It's still bad. You know what was funny is on the press tour for the Batman, Zoe and Robert Pattinson, I can't remember how it came up, but they were like, Zoe, what's your favorite part of Twilight? And she's like, I haven't actually seen any of them. And Robert Pattinson's like, you have. You have. And she's like, no, I haven't. He's like, you did. You did. He's like, believe me, I try to forget too. It was so funny. Like, he really doesn't care about talking shit
He
about it
hates
anymore.
those fucking-
Oh, yeah.
Well,
he
here-
hates that he did them, but he knows that he needed to. Like,
He did them. Harry Potter, they did them.
yeah.
There is
Harry Potter was
compare
good.
But no,
those.
but hang on. What I'm saying is what Daniel Radcliffe have and what Robert Pattinson have is fuck you Hollywood money in the
think-
sense that they did their bidding. They
Well, yeah.
they ate shit with Twilight and Harry Potter's good, but I'm
Elijah
just saying
Wood's
like
in the same thing.
right?
Yeah, like that's why
Absolutely.
if you notice after those franchises, they have the best lives ever. They get
can
to
do whatever
choose
they
whatever they want.
Guns
Whatever they
akimbo?
want.
They
right?
do.
Right?
That's my
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Is that what we get is guys and girls who've done it too, right?
Yeah,
like
like-
I'm sure Kate Blanchett got her money. I'm
Well, yeah,
sure
Kristen Stewart, she's-
right?
yeah.
Like the
For
reason
sure.
Kristen Stewart's killing it in Spencer is because she can, because
Yeah.
she doesn't have to work
Yeah.
for.
She's like, you know what?
The
I'll do
game.
my Oscar movie this year. Let's do it.
It's time.
Do you- and as somebody who like looks at actors as artists,
You're
Still-
going to jail.
You still do that, eh?
yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm
Go directly to jail.
auteurs, actors. Being able to do art for art's sake instead of art for commerce sake,
Yeah.
that's got to be fun.
Yeah.
Like,
100%. That's the
Ask
only,
Robert Pattinson everything after Twilight. He's like, I loved every one of my movies
God, I love
That's
acting.
the
because I
reason
picked them.
to do it. I feel like that's the reason, like the way that Keanu even does it, like own 10%, get paid less, but be like, can I own 10% of the franchise?
Yeah.
Sure. And then do whatever the fuck you want at all times. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why you can do John Wick in his 50s, because who's going to stop him? Right? Like, that's what I mean.
It's you play the studio game,
Yeah.
and then you say bye bye to the studio.
Yeah, and if the studio says no, I'm not going to finance it, you're like, okay, I'll do it.
But then when they come calling,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like, here's
Yeah,
30,
yeah.
here's 70, here's
Yeah.
50, right?
yeah.
And you're like, yeah, damn right it is. All right, how many pending sexual assault trials against Robert Pattinson do you give this, Martin?
Can I give it negative?
Yeah, you can go negative.
Negative 10.
I'm impressed you did it. I really am.
Negative.
Are you
10.
going to finish the series?
No, because it's not on Netflix anymore.
It's
so
like
I'm good. I'm not
5
gonna put
movies.
That much
Oh,
effort
it's
into it.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
man.
where the third movie's broken into two parts.
yeah, the
that's-
last one was
Let's really milk the
Yeah.
shit. Jimmy, what'd you watch?
Fuck, man.
My brain hurts.
I went to go see something actually good. Saw everything, everywhere, all at once, and oh my
What?
god!
So how do you do that?
You watch it all at one time.
Where is everything though?
It's at Grant Park Theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There.
No, man, this is amazing. Micheal Yeoh's absolutely fucking phenomenal. And you told me that the husband is Short Round.
It is.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Boom.
He told me that
He's
after
back,
I saw the
baby.
movie. His voice, you can tell.
Right away.
You
as
can
soon
tell.
as you hear him talk, you're like,
Oh
it's
my
still
God.
him. Oh my god.
And Micheal, I think is his name, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
So
and
I'm not
somebody
gonna
told
spoil
me that.
anything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking spoil
What's the
anything here.
basics of it?
Jeez, it's doing the multiverse things that we all want to see, right? It's how you see yourself every single day, I think. And my God, I didn't think this was gonna hit as hard as it could. Like I was crying in the theater.
Oh, I love that.
It's so
great.
impossibly funny. It's
Great.
It has everything you're gonna want in a movie, and you're gonna put it on that ace list, Mike, because it's a goddamn 10.
is going. He hits the 8th.
Literally everything I've been reading is that it's a perfect film. Like, everyone's blown away by it. I can't wait to see it.
It's the Daniel brothers, right?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. My God. A24 too, man. They just can't miss.
One of the best production companies, I'd say, right now. They're making so much quality films. It's insane.
And again, just because it's in theaters, I don't want to spoil anything, but this is something that you should all see
Cool.
I gotta check it
without
out.
question. Yeah, absolutely.
I
Like,
can't
don't
wait.
wait. Don't
Yeah.
wait. That's what I'll
So,
say.
and like, obviously, performances, like, her performance is great, I imagine.
Oh, my
like,
God.
Oh, yeah.
You go from
What's
hating
her story?
to feeling
Like-
sorry for her to feeling like fuck yeah, this is what I want.
Right,
This
right.
is what I want to see.
Where is she in her life? Like
They own a laundromat.
'Kay.
They own a failing laundromat, and their marriage is failing, and she's the worst version of herself.
Gotcha.
So in the multiverse, she's the only one who can help save the world.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
her alternate
That's what I'll tell
person
you.
is somebody who has the complete opposite of what she is
They're
in her
able
life.
to jump into different universes and draw skills from those universes back into them.
Oh,
So, like,
cool.
if she needs a chef skill, she can take from that. But you have to do something that puts you
That's
in
cool.
those shoes. So, like, you have to do something weird and crazy, like a statistical anomaly, so you can draw from a different universe. So,
That's
like,
really
she
cool.
snorts a fly at one point.
And that can open up a portal
Exactly.
to do it. Oh, that's so
you have to do
cool.
something super hyper specific, but random.
It
Okay,
kind
so-
of reminds me of a show years ago called Sense8, but in that it was that people were
Oh,
all
yeah, I remember that
connected
show.
and they could grab a built, like you said, like one knew how to fight and one was like in danger. She was able to channel into that person who fought and then was able to just kick the shit out of this guy. But anyway, that's what it kind of reminded me of. I love that shit. That's such a cool concept.
And
So
it's just
is it original story, not adapted from anything,
not that I know of.
something out there that questions the human condition and or spirits, makes you look at yourself, see like so it's a movie that everybody on the fucking planet sounds like they're yearning for right now, because as much as we love and prop up, Marvel blockbuster tentpole, those are studio system
This
films.
is the movie you should see.
This is a movie. Yeah,
Awesome.
this is a film. It's not a movie, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? Those are so fucking rare. Like, I remember, like, we have those films in the 80s and 90s. Those big films, those big stories.
Remember the show Quantum Leap?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
He's
like, we
still out
have
there.
all
Oh,
of that
I
weird
love that
questionable
show.
shit.
Yeah.
Now in the...
Not B, baby.
Right? Like,
Still leaping.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
they're leaping
Yeah.
back. Did you guys hear?
I heard.
Yeah,
I
it's
heard.
getting-
Is it going to be Scott Bakula though?
There's...
Is he Scott Bakula?
Well, will he meet Scott Bakula? Is really cool.
I hear,
That's what
like,
I think
I
would be
hear
What
fun.
if
the
he plays
ideas.
Ziggy. Is it Ziggy? What if he plays Ziggy this time?
That might be
He's like
what
the-
they said. They said because the guy who played the weird kooky short
Yeah, I
guy,
can't remember.
I think he passed away.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so
loves you back.
so if Bakula plays Ziggy
Yeah.
to somebody new, then you get you get
Well,
a requel.
They could really do it like a Doctor Who style too, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
you-
what it should really be like.
It kind of
It's-
is Doctor.
It is.
Who.
Quantum Leap is very much a Doctor Who style.
They were
so
just
they
like,
could just do that.
We
Like,
can't use a phone booth. It's already been done for 30 years.
yeah, right.
Do you know
But,
Doctor
like-
Who goes back to the fucking 60s?
Yeah, that was the first series of it, and then it stopped for like 15
My
years. and, like-
stepdad got his internet cut off trying to download all of Doctor Who in 2000,
really?
like in one file.
That's so funny.
Like
we
they
definitely don't download Dr. Ho. That's a
3
different.
Foot doctor.
Okay, so like it's a 10. Obviously, that's been done. But 10,
That's awesome.
10 multiverses, 10 Michelle Yeohs, 10 snorted flies.
It'll make you think, because the whole thing is it's like the butterfly effect, right? Where each choice you make
10 Ashton
branches off
Kutchers?
into a different universe, possibly. So every little choice that you've made creates a different version of you that'll be better at something. So they're like, oh, find a universe where she's really good at juggling, and then they can search around and try to find it, and it's a universe that exists. Every
That's
version
so
of you
funny.
does exist. You just
But
have to imagine it.
It's not even just a universe with her juggling. That's a whole structured,
Yeah,
different,
it's a whole
complete
different life.
universe. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
I wonder if it asks the question, like, you know how people say you can't love anybody until you love yourself.
Yeah.
If there's multiple versions of you, wouldn't that teach you how to love yourself more, because you would be learning about who
and
you
there's
are
your
and
lesson,
from yourselves.
Michael. You're just gonna have to watch the movie and find out.
from yourself. Like, you learn to love yourself from yourself.
Yeah.
Talk about self-love.
Who knows how to learn
matters.
from yourself better than yourself?
Yeah. Imagine if yourself gave yourself a hand job. I ruined it.
Not necessarily. It could be
what
like
universe
girl,
is that?
What if it's girl Loki?
That's right.
This is true.
Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean you're all boys.
I
or it
still
doesn't mean
love
you're a
that
boy in all of them.
girl Loki was pregnant, and you couldn't tell because they did such a good job of the costuming. That's brilliant costuming.
Give them an
there.
Oscar, baby.
Right. All right. So
Yeah, easy 10 out of 10.
Easy 10 out of 10. Charles, close us out.
Okay, so I'll just say two things. So I've been I got No Way Home on Blu-ray.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what?
Ooh.
Instead of just throwing it on
Ooh.
and going from there, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and start from Infinity War
Wow.
and kind of do the Spider-Man trilogy after.
The
So
lead up, yeah.
I rewatched Infinity War and Endgame back to back, and by the way, first time I've done that, and fucking incredible. Like trying to look at it almost like how Zack Snyder did Justice League. I almost watched them as if they were like one whole long movie. Unreal. Russo brothers just absolutely incredible, flawless. Like,
Can I say something before I forget?
Oh,
absolutely.
they produced Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Get out of here.
They did.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
I forgot about that.
Dan, Emily's husband,
Yeah.
gave me access to his Plex account.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Have you seen what's on his Plex account?
No.
I can't remember the name of the guy right now, but he did everybody a favor where he cut and did the supercut edit. He chunks them at 2.5 hours, takes everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say everything, you can ask me whatever you want. If it's been done since the start of Marvel, it's in there. Okay?
Wow.
Even WandaVision's in there.
Oh, wow.
And he re-edits chronologically
Oh, cool.
Sick.
Cool.
in 2.5 hour chunks. So I started watching the first one.
Yeah.
There's fucking Skrulls.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, imagine hearing about the myth of Skrulls and how they've always been there. So they predate everything you know.
Yeah.
And then starting the whole series all over again, cut to tell the story of how the Stones and the beginning of time and the Skrulls, like properly through comic books,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So he gave me access to that, and it's
That's cool.
fucking ridiculous.
That's cool. I really love that someone's done that.
Dan, if you can, Dan, and you're listening, Charles should have access. Jimmy
Sure
should.
to Dan.
Can I give them access, Dan? If that's the thing, just email us.
Let us in,
Just
Dan.
text us, Dan. Text. You have our numbers. What am I saying? Email.
Call in.
Yeah, call in. Leave voicemail.
We got the voicemail. Yeah.
Go back to what you were saying. Sorry. I just
So
wanted to
I
say that.
rewatched them and just love them more and more every time I watch them, especially that fucking last battle where they all show up. It's just,
Why does
it's
he
so
says
much fan
Avengers
service.
Assemble, but they're already all there.
But you just need it. You just
Everybody's
need
there.
it. I guess what he really
Who's he
should say
talking
is like,
to? Also, nobody can hear him.
oh, and also it was so funny watching that
megaphone.
scene and getting chills again when
Goosebumps, yeah.
when the hammer's lifting up and you realize it's going to be Cap that's going to grab it, and even Thor's like, I knew it. It's amazing. The new Thor: Love and Thunder trailer's
gonna be
awesome.
great.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
wicked.
Good
Unreal.
point. Good point. Yeah.
Unreal.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, man. Seeing her,
He's an Oscar
and
winner.
I love that they
She
just
is an
teased
Oscar
it.
winner.
They just teased it at the end there. I love that they did that.
Portman.
She looks.
Fuck your husband and your son just for Sportman.
That's right. Your fucking freestyle.
But no, it looks great. She looks great. I love that. That was one of my favorite teasers that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
No idea what it's about. Enough that it's like, okay, he's going on an adventure.
It's about growing
and
up.
sprinkled in enough that I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this. That's what all trailers should do now.
It's Thor.
You know?
It's Thor looking inwards.
Yeah, like the best part of that trailer for me that just made me burst out laughing is when fucking Star-Lord's on his monologue and then Thor just pops fucking and then he's like, not me, and he's like, I'm just listening. And then yeah, like that, like I love that shit.
Their
Like
relationship.
it's so good. They're like, it's like a brother he never had, kind of like Loki was a shit disturber, but they would actually like be bros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, remember when Thor didn't have eyebrows? Now look at us.
It's so true. They were so blonde.
They were gone.
They were like gone.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
The
right.
Now look at us.
That's right.
Who made that decision?
Look at how far we've come.
that, like, it was like he's already blonde, guys. Like, he's blonde. He's a
not a-
natural blonde in real
You know
life.
what's crazy though too is seeing now. I love the memes that they're showing the first Thor production still and the latest from the trailer, and just being like,
What a jump.
holy shit!
Yeah, it's a huge jump.
Like his story arc, like all of them. It's nuts how much these characters have actually like
Thor has been
their stories
human.
been.
It's about a god who's been humanized.
Yeah, yeah.
Throughout his whole story arc is how he relates to us and how we now see how he can relate to us.
And he becomes stronger with his abilities because he's more in touch with the fact of that.
Do you think he's going to retire?
Um,
Like, what's going to happen? Are
He's
they
gonna
going to kill him?
Is he gonna put up Mjolnir?
Yeah.
I kind of think they can, like, I get the impression that Chris will play Thor. Like, if they want to bring him back when he's in his 60s, he'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, he'll play Thor as long as they want him to.
Well, he is Odin's son, so
What-
now who's going to be
That's
Thor's
right.
son?
But what they can do is so smart is because these guys are literally in galaxies and they can go anywhere in space. They can end any movie where he's like, okay, I'm just going to go see myself somewhere else or I'm going to go explore. And they can do that. And then you don't hear about Thor for a while.
He's off-world.
And then, right? Because they
He's
do.
off-world, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have a storyline where it's like he's almost Odin, where he's at that age, where he's like old as shit. And it's like his final years. And it's like his last kind of
they Logan
adventure
Thor.
story. Yeah, they kind of do that, and it's supposed to be. I haven't read it, but apparently I've seen the artwork, and it's awesome. It's like really cool. Like, but I could see them. They can do anything they want at this point,
Yeah.
you know. And if those actors, as long as those actors are willing to come back and don't slap anyone, I think they're fine.
Then we're good.
Yeah. And I think they can do it, you know. But no, it's cool. I'm really excited. It's just really neat to see. Like with Moon Knight and getting back into movies that the MCU still has movies coming out. It's just cool that Phase 4 is at a really wild anything goes kind of place right
Are there
now.
any good special features on the Blu-ray for No Way Home?
One of the best ones for sure is they have a whole. It's about 45 minutes and it's the first day with all 3 Spider-Men on set. And it's them literally. It starts with following them each individually. Coming to set and everyone on set just like, oh, and then like the robes drop and everyone starts fucking cheering. They're all hugging each other. They start doing meme stuff right away and everyone's laughing.
I got to see
and
that.
Then it's
I wish I
cool.
had a Blu-ray player.
The first thing they did was they got them on they got them in that white screen, that famous image that we all now see, and they literally were just getting them to interact with each other, and they instinctively just started doing meme stuff. And Toby didn't get it at first, and then Andrew's talking to him, and then he just starts laughing, and then they're all laughing. It's so cool, and it was neat because you could see all the crew on set just being like, this is awesome. Yeah, like, this is
so
awesome.
happy.
And then Defoe and Molina show up, and
Yep.
that's kind of funny. They're all laughing off
Money.
upset and stuff. Yeah, but it was cool. Like, they do a lot of fan service special features. Like, they have one that's just the bad guys. So it's Jamie Foxx, Defoe, Molina, and it's them on set, and it's really funny because they're all shooting the shit, and then Jamie Foxx is like, remember when I was blue? And they all just start laughing. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Like, it's good. The making of is really awesome too. Like, they show a lot of the set pieces that they use, and then obviously a lot of it's green screen, obviously with all the Doctor Strange stuff. But for the most part, it's like a lot of set design, like the street scene where he like punches Peter out of his body. That's on the actual street side, and
Cool.
like, yeah, they actually like. Like, as far as I can see, for the most part, Tom is just harnessed at all times because they'll lift him
They
up.
never take it
They'll
off.
just lift him up at any time, and he knows instinctively to like do Spider-Man stuff. Like,
Flail.
He's like, yeah, like literally,
he can flip. He can
his
roll.
landings
Yeah.
are wild. Like, he's
Yeah.
always in Spider-Man mode. Like, whenever he's doing, like, there was one part they show where when they lift him up, it's like, it's not a good lift, let's say. Like, it's kind of jittery.
Whoa.
But he still does the Spider-Man landing and then does this right at the end kind of thing, too. Just because he's in character, you know what I mean? Like, it's just cool to see, like...
That's like how he gets out of bed.
Yeah, like, why not, right? And it's also, he's a fucking kid probably enjoying
having
his
the
life.
best time
Yeah.
of his life.
Yeah.
I get to
Yeah.
be Spider-Man.
I'm now in
My
Uncharted.
girlfriend is playing my girlfriend.
This is the
Yeah,
best day
like,
ever.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right?
yeah, that's the same shit as like when the Goonies showed up on set for the ship.
Yeah, and they're like,
Right?
ah!
Like, it's just
Or when the
fucking-
kids saw the It clown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm cool, guys. I'm cool.
I'm not really gonna kill you, but maybe.
But it was cool. It was seeing Toby and Andrew, because you could tell it was really emotional for them specifically, because I didn't realize they wore their OG suits.
Wow.
Yeah.
It probably smelled horrible.
That was, yeah.
Crotch rot.
But no, like, it was cool, like,
All
seeing.
the crotches are blown out.
Oh, my God.
I
Could
think
you
I've got the
imagine?
wrong suit on. This crotch is too big for me. Andrew, I think I'm wearing your suit, says Toby.
Toby's just sad because it's the black suit, so he's just like,
Oh man.
yeah.
He's like, you guys didn't tell me I had to have emo hair in this one. Why am I Black Spider-Man?
Do the dance, Toby.
Do it. Dance for us.
So
But yeah, Blu-rays are still fun. They
yeah.
still have a reason to get.
Well, that is the reason, right?
Yeah.
You're buying
I
this
need to get
the
Blu-ray.
behind.
Like
the
I'm
scenes.
so excited. It's driving me nuts that they haven't announced anything for the Batman Blu-ray.
So PS4 is not a Blu-ray player.
It
Really?
is.
It is, thank God.
It is. Oh yeah, that's how I watch my
Is
Blu-rays.
Xbox a Blu-ray player?
No.
No, because Blu-ray is No,
Sucker.
now it is. If it has a disc drive, now it is. Because after the HD versus Blu-ray war, Blu-ray won.
I have a
and
disc
now Xboxes do, but it's only like after Xbox One. Anything after Xbox One, I believe.
Can I
has
just
a
take
Blu-ray
your
player.
Spider-Man DVD and stick it in and see if it works?
Break
Sure.
the thing.
Close it up.
Oh, it's too big to go in. I'll just there it goes.
We'll fold it.
Ah, but
My
only
theory
Batman
with the
fits in my
Batman
Batmobile.
one though is that maybe they're making like a cool black Blu-ray disc,
Yeah.
and it's taking 1,000 years for them to get.
They're
Sure, yeah,
making it
yeah.
out of the gun that killed Batman's parents.
Everybody gets a gun with their Blu-ray purchase of but it's just driving me nuts because
I
it's on
want it.
streaming, and usually the next thing is like Blu-ray. Yeah, and they haven't announced anything, and
I want it so fucking bad.
Going crazy.
I already watched it again. I just
so good.
How many
roads must a man walk down.
before
You can call him a man.
call him a man? How many accidental harness pulls out of 10 do you give Spider-Man No Way Home Blu-ray?
Oh man, I mean the Blu-ray.
Sure,
in
yeah.
terms of what it's bringing.
Well, your whole experience. How was your
Yeah,
experience?
Totally, like a 10 for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a
you
10.
get a wicked movie and then some awesome.
Build up.
Yeah. Oh, and the blooper reel's good too. They have a good
course it
blooper
is.
reel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen those videos of the Spider-Man robot at Disney not landing the flip?
No.
Oh,
It's pretty
yeah.
fucking entertaining.
Oh,
he just like
yeah.
slams his back on it.
And
Like
it's
it's a
like
robot,
dro-
right?
It's like a yeah. It's like
I know it's a
drone.
robot. I just was like,
But when it slams, you're just like, oh.
that's
He's
crazy.
gonna Kool-Aid Man one day, like go through it, and
Right
someone's
through
gonna
the
be like,
wall.
"Oh my god,
This Spider-Man's rough.
friendly neighborhood."
Well, I saw the predecessor to that because they revealed it at the Millennium Falcon ride.
Oh yeah.
So when you
Mandalorian.
walk, it's everywhere. Yeah, Mandalorian was driving the ship this way. Yeah, it says Mando. No, it was it was animatronic, right?
Yeah.
like the original Abe Lincoln one.
Yeah.
Which you see.
School.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've
Was
seen
it
that one.
auto erotica?
Auto.
Wait, that's a real thing. The whole president.
Yeah, that's
he
a real
would-
thing.
Yeah.
Really?
Have you heard the theory that the Trump robot is actually Hillary's face, but they just like built around it?
That's so funny.
They
Yeah.
thought she was gonna win, and then
The Hall of the Hall of
damn it.
Presidents.
that's a real thing.
Oh,
Is-
so that's the only president wearing a dress too, right? Yeah, they're like, damn it.
So, but
That's
you see
actually
you see
funny.
the original one that he did, and you see all the components, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Westworld.
I
practically.
didn't know that was the real because the Simpsons spoofs that, and I thought
Well,
that was
he's
just a thing.
He's
but-
always been like Disney is going to be the one who makes a
birthday.
robot before anybody
yeah.
does.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You know, you
Fuck
think,
Boston Dynamics.
yeah, you see what I mean? Like you're making puppies, and like we have Spider-Man, and this alien. Speaking of the ride, so you just walk into this room, and like the doors go, and you go in, and he's there, and he's talking to you, and if you don't know. You don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And I have a video of it somewhere, and it fucking is on. It looks like a human,
That's crazy.
and it talks. Its mouth moves perfectly, and you're just like,
Whoa.
what are
The
you
car from Cars drives up to you at Disney,
doing? Yeah.
and you can have a conversation with it.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what Disney is now.
crazy.
Why do you think it's the happiest
Man.
place on earth?
Incredible.
I'm like a little like I've never been, and like I know eventually I'm gonna go.
You gotta.
And I tell Claudia all the time, I'm just worried that the first day I'm just gonna have like freak outs.
sensory overload.
You do.
real.
You do. You do.
Is that goofy? Holy fuck!
Like I was in between.
Beware of the princesses. They're pretty hot. The princesses are super attractive.
Dude,
Yeah,
It's just
I'm
can-
this is-
not
this
shocked.
is too much.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's dangerous. I'm not shocked.
You
there.
want? It's like $300 for the princess breakfast.
Oh my god, you eat with them?
Yeah, you do.
That's
You dress up as a
ridiculous.
princess.
They
They
should
don't
not
eat.
let adult men do that
You-
with
I
them.
you-
That shouldn't be allowed.
The princess.
I'd pay 1,000.
yeah. Where's your kid? I don't have one.
Where's your, why-
Let's have breakfast now, lady.
Now they make me bring my niece.
As you,
Oh fuck!
as you can see, I'm
I
dressed. Like,
rented this child to go on this making breakfast with you.
you're supposed to be dressed like a princess. Well, where's Jasmine? Because I'm Aladdin. Right? Like,
But that's I get the Breakfast of the Prince. I'm sure that's great for little princesses.
yeah, that's
to
what
have
it's
with-
designed for.
Right, but they shouldn't allow. Like, there should be an age.
I'm
cutoff,
sure
and-
there is.
Oh, there
There
is.
has to
There
be.
is.
You're a
Like,
red
you-
dot on
if-
a map.
Okay. If you're a fan and you're a mom with a kid, like that's where the experience is, right? It's for the mom who loves Disney
Yes.
and the girl
Yeah,
wants to
yeah,
be
yeah.
a princess.
Yeah.
Just like that, like the princess breakfast is the lightsaber
Dads love
experience.
Disney too.
They do, they do, but they go to the
Do they have
lightsaber thing.
a dad's park?
Dad's breakfast with Gaston.
No.
No one.
That'll be awesome.
like
I'd
that.
pay for that. You just get drunk.
Just that on repeat for like the whole morning.
Drunk and
Gaston
eat
guy.
bread the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what did the girls learn? They learned valuable lessons. What are the guys doing? We're wasted. We're guys. Fuck you guys.
They keep having to replace the Gaston.
Breakfast with Gaston.
We fire
Oh.
Gaston every week and get a new one.
It's just some drunk hanging outside of Disney.
Oh, that's Johnny Depp's new gig.
that's
Gaston. No one fucks like Gaston.
all
He
right.
said he would
David-
never
and
do
David
Jack
the
Sparrow.
Pirate. That'd be awesome. You
Shit.
just get drunk and drink rum and harass other Disney guests.
Yeah. Just throw bottles
Well,
at
you
him.
guys- you guys-
Parlay.
you guys know that he dressed up and then stood outside the ride and pretended to be an animatronic, and nobody
Really? That's-
figured out that it was him.
That's funny. I've seen Arnold do that. He went dressed as Terminator
Yeah, yeah.
at a
For the
wax
wax
museum.
museum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And waited until people were legit putting their arms on him and they'd be like, do you want me to take the photo? And they're like, ah! Yeah, it was great.
Robots are
great.
real.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your what you watch list, ladies and gentlemen. You should go watch it all. If I could give you the Plex account, I would, because I'm looking very forward to. I got to crush that before it gets nice outside. Otherwise, it's just gonna feel like.
We've still got 2 weeks before that.
Okay, I think I can put away 4.5 days of film. I think
It's
that's what.
it's
Yeah.
Vancouver here right now, Martin. We're
It's
getting all
Yeah.
very Vancouver
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
It's Vancouver in Vancouver.
in our hearts.
Well, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you don't know, me and Jimmy and Zoe and Shauna are going on a cross-country pilgrimage to. We're going to go see Martin out
Whoa.
there in June,
Oh, that's awesome.
and we're going to be doing we're going to take the portable gear,
Nice.
and we're going to do an episode
Portable.
from either like our Airbnb or
Yeah.
from one of the comedy clubs, but
Yeah.
we're going to do something out there together.
You should do an on-the-road pre-show.
Sure,
And
yeah.
then just right when you get into Van City, you just go nuts.
But like, I'm using this as an opportunity for you listener to leave us a voicemail and tell us what you think we should do,
oh, yeah.
because that would be fun,
Yeah.
right? We would like to honor a request from our Winnipeg fan base
Blue Chews.
specifically. Blue Chew, if you're there, you go. See, Blue Chew, if you're
Blue
listening,
Chew.
and you would like us to talk about what characters we think could use Viagra.
Do they,
Sure.
Mark, do they have a slogan at all? Like Blue Chew?
I don't know. I actually haven't really done a lot of research into it. I just know what it does for your dick.
Blue Chew lifts you.
Wow.
Probably, it's probably there. I
Blue
know they
Chew, the
support.
best you.
Well, no, they support Fat Man Beyond.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I mean, they do dig lowbrow humor.
They just want the best you.
Yeah.
Blue Chew.
I think the best thing would be like, you don't need it, but you're sure as hell gonna want it.
Yeah. Yeah. Blue Chew, if you're listening, we'd love to read some copy for you. If that's in your wheelhouse.
It's like taking pre-workout. You know?
My God, it's pre-workout. That's great. That's a great way to market it, actually.
So you guys want to debate?
Sure.
Let's debate.
I guess.
Because I think
I want to talk about Blue Chew some more.
Give me a fat beat to beat my buddy's ass.
I know what kind of guy you were. I never would have agreed to work for you.
Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy? Or are you gonna bite? What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. Would you repeat it?
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
right into your concert. As mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, at the top of the show.
The Blue Chew stage.
And Blue Chew, this is where you would put your ad in, by the way. This is that portion of the show where we'd be like, the debate is supported by.
The rock hard moment of the show.
Right? See, there it is.
Blue
We need to
Chews,
tag, we're going to
erections
tag
that last
Blue
longer.
Chew. We're tagging them in this.
Find them at your local grocery store.
So today's debate is inspired by music on screen, music in scene, music on TV, music. And we are in charge of creating a festival, a one-day concert, an evening, whatever, however the fuck you wanted to design it. But you had to have 3 to 5 acts of some sort. Could be theme songs, could be in scene songs, could be a musical, could be whatever the fuck ever. But we're basically celebrating all the great musical moments that each of us see on screen.
Yeah.
In one day. We had a host. That was really it. It was like whatever the fuck you wanted to do. So like the dumb shit you see at festivals, right? We've all been like Martin. Martin's been to Coachella. Martin's been to.
Nice.
Have you been to Bonnaroo, Martin?
No, I've been to Osheaga and Lollapalooza.
That's
And
it. Yeah.
Martin's
Yo,
prepared.
I'm going to Shambhala this summer.
Jeez.
Nice.
There you go. Shambhala is like the crazy hippie
It's in the bush,
love
right?
festival
Martin's
out there,
gonna
isn't
fuck.
it? Is it electronic?
Doing all the drugs.
Martin's gonna fuck more than Buzz.
Blue Juice, baby. Sponsor me so I don't have to pay for it.
Give me a week. And like I go to Folk Fest all the time. What do you go to festivals at all? Charles?
Yeah, it's so funny enough. I went to Osheaga, went to Lolla. We did one called Way Home that doesn't exist anymore, but we saw some really good.
Sure, I've done
really good
Interstellar.
bands there.
Interstellar Rodeo is my favorite festival of all time.
That's awesome.
Long live Interstellar Rodeo. That was at the Forks. It was.
Like you got to travel to a festival, buddy. You got to broaden your horizons.
No, I have. Have I? No, I haven't.
Road tripping to
No.
a festival.
All your festivals in Winnipeg. Come
Yeah,
on, you got
that's
to go
true.
to like a
We
a
road
big
tripped
one.
to Lolla, and that was Chicago's just a wicked city. And then
Chicago's a dope place for
Yeah,
a festival.
man.
It's
Well, that-
downtown.
it was
It's
wicked.
awesome.
Yeah, that park.
Shaw Park, yeah, unreal.
That park I hear is like the best for.
Oh, Grant
for a
Park in
festival.
Chicago.
Oh, that's his Grand Park. Sorry, yeah, that park is it's so cool because there's moments where you're at the festival, like Martin, and then you're just looking and you're like, that's a cool skyscraper. This is a beautiful downtown. This is
Dude,
insane.
It's unlike it's being in a festival that's like that size, those big ones. It's like you're in your own world for 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Like the outside world doesn't exist.
It's
You're
very
making
true.
new friends who are from everywhere around the world and stuff like that, and those are your friends for the next 4 or 5 days.
It's so, dude, it's so
Amazing.
true, man. It's unreal. And the food. I had never
yeah.
experienced food carts like that at a music fest.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah.
No, those are
Because they get it. I don't know if this is true, but at least the year we went, like it seems like they try to get a pretty big chef to be the sponsor. Like the year we went, the guy who's the naked chef, Jamie Oliver, is that his name?
yeah, yeah.
He chose what food was being served that year at it. And I hear that that's something they do every year. They get someone like who's like a good chef or whatnot to kind of do to overlook the food for the.
interesting. They
It
don't
was
do that
cool.
at Folk Fest. You get churros, you get tacos, you get.
Skinners.
But like you get all the fun food you
Yeah.
can get in
Oh,
Winnipeg,
yeah.
just in one spot. But you're right, like food at festivals is a lot of fun. I didn't even think of food for mine today. I just thought of music. Like
That was just one
That's
thing that
true.
Lala really
right?
stood out for
like
me.
I don't even. We could have.
Even Coachella was crazy with food. Like
Yeah.
it's just the amount of different stands that they have there are insane.
Yeah.
And like every festival now, as much as you don't want to
You guys
acknowledge it, but
you guys ever go to Soup Stock?
No.
No?
That sounds pretty cool.
I forget where it is, but it's somewhere in Manitoba, and it's just a big soup festival.
Dude, I fucking love soup. That
I think
would
it's
be
in.
awesome.
I think it's in October.
soup stock. If you're
Oh, that
listening.
is
Yeah.
good soup.
That's good
month.
Do you
soup time.
bring? Do you bring? Yeah, that's warm.
You just bring a bowl and a spoon.
Really?
That reminds me of Homer. Just shows up to
Yep.
the chili fest with just that spoon.
I want to
Yeah.
go to soup stock. Okay, so
Great
I
name.
was
for a
gonna
festival,
make.
too.
I was at a point. I was gonna say that as much as it does suck that festivals have to do it, it's cool that festivals do it now. But they've got the safe drug tent where you can go like test your drugs and shit.
What?
You
Smart
guys-
idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a thing now?
Oh, it's been a thing for a
Imagine
while.
like somebody
What?
sells you drugs, and you're like, let's just go to the safe drug tent first.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, that's
That's
too much of a walk.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wicked.
Like if you
I'm
bought MDMA and you're like, is this like spiked? They'll tell you.
I fucking wish they had that when I was at Lala. We saw a chick like OD in front of us. It was fucked.
Yeah.
I'll have what she's having.
Oh, literally, it was like, she hates this song.
It's
Just imagine.
No, but
But-
sorry, I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
wild.
yeah, I don't
think
have-
that's brilliant.
it's just yeah, it's
smart.
the great thing about festivals
Because it's one of those things where it's like, as much as we don't want people to be doing it, they're gonna.
yeah, you can't stop it.
So let's at least make sure no one
Well,
dies.
think if they had this at Grateful Dead concerts in the 90s. Think how
Oh,
many
yeah.
people wouldn't be dead.
That's
Oh,
what I'm saying. Like,
Woodstock needed that.
Yeah.
Then it wouldn't be
time.
like they wouldn't be grateful, Jimmy.
You're
they wouldn't
right.
be grateful.
The
Woodstock
Ungrateful Dead.
technically had the first version of that because it was a guy being like, if anyone has brown acid, it's not good.
the brown acid.
Yeah. But wow, that's crazy.
Smart
Go-
idea.
Go festivals.
yeah,
Yeah.
go festivals. So let's step on screen for a minute
Safety.
and give the good listener.
Who's going first? What's the order?
I'll go first today.
Okay.
Ooh.
Johnny's confident over
He's
here.
throwing down.
Yeah, I want to be forgotten at come voting time, so I'll start off at the beginning. So I planned a 1-dayer, right?
Yeah.
I thought about a 3-day event, and I was like, nah, because then I'm just gonna get long in the tooth and get in the weeds and literally make Folkfest, have a main and a fucking and then an in betweener. So I was like, I'll take 1 day
Yeah.
of all that. So here's my main stage, right? I have one stage and I have in betweeners and that's it. So, and I went for an interactive experience because everybody who comes to a festival, I feel it's the closest you're ever going to be to some of the biggest acts in the world, right? Like, you can go to their concert, but then like having a giant roster of everybody, like it's more intimate than it is, in a giant stadium per se, right? So, I recently had watched Walk the Line.
Oh.
Is that
and
the one with the Rock?
That's the
one with the Joker.
That's Walking Tall.
That's
Sorry.
Walking
Walking tall.
Walk tall.
And then you can get a little faster and go for the run down.
Yes.
Yeah, but there, no. So,
10 points for Michael.
thank you. So I have Johnny Cash and June Carter, right? I've got a very family friendly.
Johnny Cash and his 13-year-old wife.
And it's were they that?
I think so.
Okay, I don't like that, just for the record, but I didn't know that. No, I think that was Jerry Lee. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry
had
Lee
the-
Lewis,
had the-
and
Jerry
it was
Lewis had
his
a
cousin.
13-year-old,
It was
but
his cousin.
Big balls of fire.
Yeah.
It was his 14-year-old cousin.
and it was Winona Ryder
It was.
Keep it
and
in the
Dennis
family.
Quaid.
Yeah.
Can I get more points?
Johnny Cash's was he kept asking her to marry him, and she kept saying no.
Yeah, marry me.
Yeah.
Marry me. Kind of like Edward Cullen.
Marry me. A lot.
So the reason I have them, obviously, very family friendly. They reach everybody. They can duet. They can play solo. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. You can have one come out, then two, and then have one go away. And then I thought, wouldn't it be
Like
fun?
White Stripes.
Well, then I thought, wouldn't it be fun, right? Like, these guys are the epitome of like that cool 50s style. Like, if you look today to see, the pinup style, right? The 50s slick Elvis style. So I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool to, like, if you're a fan of this, because you're obviously going to be at the concert if you are, and you've got kids, because I'm always thinking about the kids. That's weird. I thought it'd be fun for the little boys to learn how to do
Go
their
directly
hair.
to jail.
No, Charles
Somebody say
Marcus,
something.
we're gonna
Do
end
He
not
said
pass
that
go.
starts with, I thought it'd be cool for the little boys.
Don't pass go. Do not collect $200.
No.
So for the boys, it's going to be like learning how to do your hair like Johnny, right? So
Okay.
you can, like, he'll come down off the stage after the set and like sit down.
Just the
and,
little boys.
just for the boys, but for the girls,
The littlest
It's like
boys.
Michael Jackson's coming right at me.
I was gonna have hairstyling and singing lessons with June because she came from a choir background,
Okay.
right? So after each set, you're gonna have like an area, like a signing area, right, where they go and sign off in the record tent or whatever.
Closed door, no windows.
Yeah, no, one at a time. Just fuck off, Jimmy. Taking me down a rabbit hole here. So that's one of my hacks. Second one.
She's gonna Angelina Jolie all the kids. Get away from the parents.
So my second performance is the Blues Brothers.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? We're gonna
Yeah.
turn it up a bit, right?
Yeah.
Get that BPM going.
Yeah.
So obviously fun to watch. They've got a ton of musician friends that can just do like surprise show ups. Like you can, I believe, who was it in the original?
Well, you got Ray Charles. You can get Ray
Thank
Charles.
you. Yes.
in there.
Yeah. I do have him coming later, actually. Hold your keys. Stop banging the ivory over there.
Georgia.
So, and then you've got the dancing aspect of it as well too. So it's just a big, like, it's a great crowd pumper, right? And classic tunes, right? The shit that's made today won't be played in 20 years. They're still playing shit like the Blues Brothers make at socials and whatever. Like it's in the ether. It's in the pop culture, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end, you could do sketch comedy with these guys because obviously we know who these guys are, right? They came from the sketch comedy world. 2, you can also learn how to make your own orange whip. You guys remember John Candy in the end?
Yeah,
orange
yeah,
whip,
yeah.
orange whip, orange whip. 3 orange
right.
whips. So then we move on to, and this one is, see, I have a fairly good memory still, even though there's substances in my life that I consume that probably inebriate that a bit from time to time. But me and Martin go back on music, and I know I was definitely hanging some low hanging fruit for Martin this week, hopefully for a vote. So I went with Love and Mercy with Brian Wilson because I know
Ooh, I love that.
I know he loves that movie. The only reason I saw it is because he saw it first, and I was like, okay,
I love the Beach Boys.
yeah. And so
Boys are the shit.
what takes place in the story is the Pet Sounds album, which is like one of the most like ridiculous albums of all time. So his set is that album, right, where he brought in like all of the crazy symphony people and made all the weird sounds and pet sounds, essentially.
Yeah.
But
Paul
then
Dano, boys.
Paul Dano too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
John
Yeah.
Cusack as well,
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks. So at the
that's a
end
great
of that,
cast.
though, you'll be able to get on stage with all the kid instruments that he used, like the glockenspiel and the tom-toms and all that, and record a song with him, right?
Cool.
So he'll do like a song recording with family and friends and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And then to end off the big shit, I've got, did you guys ever see Trem on HBO?
No.
So Trem was a 3 to 4 season show about what happened in Katrina after Hurricane Katrina.
Oh.
And how New Orleans had to come out of everything. And
Yeah.
it was a scripted series. Do you remember She?
Yeah,
From
yeah,
The
yeah,
Wire.
yeah.
He's in it.
Oh, dope.
Okay, he's in it. So is it's got John Goodman's in it actually. Like
Did
it's
someone, if I remember correctly, did someone die while they were filming it?
I think that
Like
had
got murdered or something? While
there
they were
may have.
filming
I
it?
think Trem had some production issues.
Yeah. Okay. That's what led to it being okay. Anyways, that's
But-
what I heard about. Okay.
Shout out to the Dirty Catfish brass band. Like, love them. They're on my Spotify playlist every like the end of the year. It's always like you listen to the most tracks.
Yeah.
Dirty Catfish is always up there.
Nice.
So I picked a brass band from. I picked the main instrumentalists from the Trem series. So I've got Delman Lambeau, trumpet player, Annie Terriccio, a classic trained violinist, Antoine Batiste, a trombonist, and Steve Earle.
Oh yeah.
Steve Earle, who is like a everyman, right? And they're doing like a blues and a brass and a very southern flair, right? Just as an ode to like basically all those musicians and all the talent that went south.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason the show existed. So I thought let's bring it back. My in-betweeners, I've got 3. I've got Burlesque. I've got Aldous Snow from Get Him to the Greek.
Good pick.
And I've got Nick Cannon from Drumline.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So for Burlesque, I know people might say that Burlesque is lip syncing, but Christina Aguilera ends up singing halfway through.
Isn't that worse though?
No, it gets
She's
better.
got-
It's what
she's got a great
saves.
voice.
Hey,
Fine.
did anybody else see that piece of shit?
Burlesque?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys, Martin, did you see Burlesque?
No.
No, no.
Kristen Bell's good.
Kristen Bell's great in it.
Yeah.
Cher's in it. Like it's a
Yeah.
big musical
Oh.
number, right? So and then
That was really good. That was dead on.
so you'll have burlesque dancing lessons after if you want, right? If the burlesquer in you
For the little boys.
for the little boy. No, for anybody. It'll be like a stage show.
Family burlesque.
Family burlesque. I have obviously Aldous Snow and
That's a great one.
we have the clap. We have Going Up.
Yeah.
Maybe Jackie Q will come
Oh
out.
my god,
right?
yeah.
You'll have
Talking
you'll-
about my asshole.
Yeah, right. Like, you don't know what to expect.
Slaps.
Well, I feel you always need some sort of train wreck, and the two of them
Yeah.
are a perfect
Yeah,
train
yeah.
wreck.
No,
And then
that's great.
Drumline, obviously.
Yeah.
Huge drum ensemble, and then the walk around the whole festival grounds,
Oh, nice.
and you can like get
Make
in
it
on a con.
interactive.
Yeah, but like away from the main stage, so it's not interruptive or anything, right? And then hosting all of this.
Yeah.
Oh no, I had a super group. Sorry, I was going to bring back Freddie Mercury, Ray Charles, Selena, Tupac, and Jim Morrison.
Holy shit!
And
yeah.
I was going to put them all on stage and have a Doors song rapped by Tupac, or
they'd all overdose by the time.
or like a Queen
the
song.
holograms are ODing.
Damn it!
No, I was going to bring back Val Kilmer,
Oh,
Jennifer
right,
Lopez.
yes.
What's his face who played Freddie?
Rami Malek.
Rami
Yeah.
Malek, and then Jamie Foxx, right?
Yeah.
So, and then but they would remix each other's songs,
Gotcha.
right? So Ray Charles would do like a Queen song, but with like a blues feel to it, right?
Gotcha.
And Tupac would rap a Selena tune. Selena would sing a Tupac tune in Latin flavor, right?
Yeah.
And then hosting it all was Lester Bangs from Almost Famous.
Oh, yeah.
Just reminding everybody that rock is dead and you need to continue to listen to
Yeah,
good music.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it, guys. I'm done. That's my shit.
Stop the ass kissing with you.
Okay.
Who wants to? Martin, you want to go?
What
Yeah.
does it do for the boys? Like what? What does that last part do for the boys?
no,
Like,
okay.
Are the boys gonna be able to interact with the holograms? Is that gonna be a thing?
No, there's just certain aspects I thought about family and people wanting to do things with the artists, and then other things I didn't. So no, there's nothing for
Just the boys get to do things with the artists.
no, the
Just little
girls,
boys.
the girls get to do stuff like if you
Just
want
the
to,
little kids.
just the
Just
little,
the
kid,
kids.
with their parents.
Supervised. Unsupervised.
I don't think legally any of us can vote for you.
Shut
I
up!
can't.
You guys are creating a farce that doesn't exist.
I think is the name of this festival Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, what's the name of your festival? For the kids or?
It's just benefit for the kids.
You're gonna see way more vagina at this. Though.
No, fucking Jesus Christ. Okay, do you have any actual critiques besides my proper?
No, I like the interactive part. I think what I think you should have done with yours is more of that, but less with what I mean. Like
Hard
just think
disagree.
about what would you want to do as an adult?
That
Like,
I would love to do all those things. Like I would love to go.
I think that's what you should have focused on. You should have focused on that because music festivals, a lot of the big ones they're not really family oriented.
No.
They're meant for young people or adults, and I think that's what I'm looking for. If I want to attend a music festival, what can I do with this music festival?
Less kids
There
there,
wasn't
the
a lot of
better.
options
I
to do
agree.
that, except-
That's why hey guys, I was just considering family and the elderly. You guys are
When
obviously
did you
asking.
do that?
Oh, no,
never
you don't
did
need to do
family
that.
and the
When did you say the elderly?
Just now.
The
What
little
part of this
boys.
is for the
trying to make them feel good again.
for the Benjamin Buttons of the world?
Jimmy or Martin, you good?
Good.
Good. Except not good.
I like it. I like that you stuck to a theme, but I think you only stuck to the theme for the main performers. I
Yes.
think the in-betweeners kind of branch out a little bit. and
do,
it might take you out of the whole festival. Just
So
be
you
like,
mean-
what's all the snow doing here? Like, and he in the movie he's like a top tier performer, and to have him as an in-betweener feels like an insult.
Well, he's doing a redemption tour. It's
Okay.
part of.
He's doing African Child.
African
He's
Child.
he's gonna try and bring it back.
Can I get a point for not including African Child, please? 'Cause
I don't know the words to African. Does anybody know the words to African? Throws up all over himself.
I don't know, and also too, I don't think that's a very family friendly.
Yeah.
because he thinks about the clap.
When you even said Jackie Q, I'm like, well, she's definitely not family friendly. I don't think.
just put your hand over your kid's eyes. Like
If you don't have Jonah Hill there, then all hell is gonna break loose.
he does need a handler. You're right.
All of these performers are gonna overdose.
He's everyone's heroin supplier,
That's right.
actually.
That's what I love about music festivals is there are no children,
Yeah.
and if there are, you
Yeah.
have bad parents.
See, Martin's got a point because like I've never been to, like Shauna's been to Lolla, she's been to another one somewhere. Like she's been to the stupid big ones where like I'm like 50,000 people at Folk Fest on a Saturday is perfect for me.
Yeah, that sounds
But I
nice.
mean, like, there's certain music fests, like Folk Fest is definitely, I would say, more
Family oriented.
appropriate than
Yeah.
like Lolla. Like Lolla was the kind of one where when you saw family there, you're like, bad parenting. Like I couldn't help but just think in my head, I'm like, that's a fucking mistake.
That's a couple who didn't want to have kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
like that's a.
But somehow
mistake
they always
there.
have like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're
no,
all
that's
like,
right.
We got them different colored headphones too. It's like, no, that's not something your should be proud of, man.
Like you put headphones on a person who doesn't want to damage their already good
I
hearing.
don't think they're supposed to be here.
Yeah, you don't put headphones on developing hearing. I always thought that was weird. Like these eardrums are they're ultra sensitive.
They should just be honest and just be like, we couldn't find a sitter.
Yeah. I'm too attached to my child still, right? Like whatever the reason is, it's the honest reason.
Yeah.
As opposed to just sit there and be deaf when you're
It was
sleeping.
Coke next to a family of 5.
Yeah.
And then the family's like, "Can I get a bump?"
Can I get a bump of that?
We bought these tickets before we knew, so.
So that's my only gripe.
Okay, yeah, that's
my only gripe is I like your theme, but I think you should have stuck to the theme with the in-betweeners or just cut them.
Just cut him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I did go. I mean, it's a lot of words.
And sorry, where is this taking place?
This is taking place on
Manitoba.
Garbage Hill.
Garbage Hill?
Garbage Hill.
Yeah, Garbage.
I was just looking for a venue.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Birds Hill.
So
yeah.
like 900 capacity.
yeah, very intimate.
Who do you think is going to this, Martin?
Transcoda.
Transcona. Yeah.
Kildonan East High School
Welcome to Transcona Fest.
at Transcona.
Transcona Fest.
This is rich for Transcona Fest. We love you, Transcona. What about you, Charles?
I don't.
So
Not how you get them to listen, Jimmy.
I like the artists. I don't think it's for families. I think that's a trick.
That's a trick.
No, it's
I
not
gotcha
for
here.
family stuff. It's just for little kids.
Yeah,
That's what
just
he
for the
said.
little boys.
Yeah,
Honestly, I think the biggest worry you might have is I appreciate the drum line, but you got to worry about how many people are going to be pregnant after Nick Cannon is there.
Boom.
So
Got
I
you.
think that's their biggest worry.
Yep.
And he might not take responsibility for any of
That's
it
right.
or all of it.
They're not
Or-
going to be on Wild and Out.
That's right. But yeah, I mean, other than that, very ambitious, and I love it. You know,
Yeah, it is. It's big. It's not. It's. I didn't even have a cost for this. I figured this just might be this might be on like Earth Day.
the Earth is paying for it.
And it's all solar powered, right? Like,
I think you said
I'm
too,
just trying to
you-
win.
You just threw in benefits, so as long as you throw that in, I guess it has to be free.
That's true.
I guess I don't know
Alright.
how that
It's
works.
for the boy trapped in the well.
for the little boys and all of us.
Sending our love down the well.
Oh shit. Okay.
All the way down.
Well, I'm good and tarnished and feathered. So, Jimmy.
Okay. All right. We'll see. My notes are also on the phone that's recording, so we'll see how well. it goes.
Can it do it too? Let's see. It looks like it might.
Should I just move this? What are we doing here, Mike?
You keep going. Don't worry about it.
Should I look at my notes?
No, you.
I do need them.
Yeah, no. Look at your notes for sure.
Okay.
For sure, look at your notes.
He didn't memorize it.
Oh my fucking god. Listen, I wrote something down for once, okay? All right. So, for this music festival, it doesn't have a name because I forgot to name it. But we have some very fun bands. It's going to be a local indie fest at the Pyramid Cabaret. Yeah, local indie fest
At Pyramid Cabaret.
at Pyramid Cabaret.
Oh, that's great.
It'll be all-day thing. You don't have to be there for the full day. You can come and see whichever bands you like. Ticket prices will not change, though. And if you leave, you will not be coming back in unless you buy another ticket.
You were the worst venue ever.
No.
No
This
wristband?
is typical music fest
That's
money
typical
gouging.
pyramid.
Because
Typical
you didn't take advantage of money gouging and I did doesn't mean I'm a bad person.
This is
No one
horribly
forced
true.
you to go.
$45 bottle of water. Not on me.
Okay,
That's on you.
all
Are you
right.
going to be hot and thirsty? Yeah, we're going to have the heat blasting.
Keep going, Firefest.
So we're going to start with a classic. We're going to have Crash and the Boys open the show from Scott Pilgrim. Nice and quick. It is a race in this case, I think.
Well played.
So we'll
well
see that.
played. I love it.
That's good.
Is she also one of the boys? Yes. Yes, she is. The drummer is one of the boys. So nice, easy way to open. I think very, very...
Everybody can get back to drinking.
It'll be very quick. Exactly. You don't even have to pay attention, really. And then we'll go to... And I tried to find how to pronounce it. Have you guys ever seen the movie Frank
Yes.
with Michael Fassbender?
Yeah.
Oh.
Martin, have you seen this?
Oh,
No?
because
Okay.
you told me this last
Right.
night. You asked about Frank, and I said no, I'd seen Shame.
So there...
Yeah,
And then I
very
said, can
different.
I be frank about Shame?
So I don't know how to pronounce the band's name. The Soren It's
Yeah, I know.
SORONPRFBS.
Porn?
That's about as close as we're gonna get.
Sofornabism.
Martin, what do you want to say? What do you think?
Sonabiz?
What's Saferna?
English package. I don't know.
Saferna Burn. Okay,
So
so the
basically-
Saferna Burns.
So it's an indie band, and Michael Fassbender plays Frank, who is the lead of the band, who refuses to take off a macrame head or a paper mache head that he's made for himself. Not macrame, that'd be weird.
Be hard to
paper
breathe
mache- and he never takes it off, and it's the whole appeal of the band.
Yeah.
And I think it would just be a nice, light open to the band if you missed Crash and the Boys is what I'm doing basically. Like, because people show up late for things, right? So it's basically if you miss Crash and the Boys, you're gonna have a nice, easy lead off either way. So, however, you should check out the movie too. It's a pretty good movie.
I like anything that I don't know about.
It's really good.
Like when you don't know about in their resume.
It's a really good
I
movie.
like it.
Cast is great.
Those are
Fassbender's
usually good
great,
ones.
and I didn't like because I went in not knowing anything about it. So
Yeah.
when I saw it was Michael Fassbender, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, and who else is in it? It's a good one. Is Gleason's son?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Jackie Gleason?
What is his name?
No, the one
the
in,
British guy. He's skinny. He was in a Black Mirror where he's the boyfriend who's brought back to life as an AI robot.
Yeah, he was Kylo Ren's the redhead
Yeah.
that hates Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's him.
His dad is Mad Eye
Dominic
Gleason?
Gleason?
Yeah,
He basically plays Frank's handler.
Ex Machina.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's in it too.
That's
He's
Deb.
in it.
Oh, he's like Frank's manager.
Not
handler?
his manager. Yeah, he's
Drug dealer.
to keep him
In
sane,
line.
basically. Yeah,
Okay.
to keep him working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I thought they'd be a nice little second opener, I guess would be the right term for that. But third, brand new movie just came out on Netflix, Metal Lords. I don't know if you guys
Oh, cool.
have seen the trailers
Ooh,
for
love
it.
that.
Have you seen it, Martin?
Yeah, it's great.
I loved it too. I thought
Oh,
it was
cool.
just fucking excellent. It's about
I don't know
it's
about
a high
it.
school story
The
about high
female,
school boys,
right?
and you knew, and
Yeah.
everybody knew this guy who was super into fucking metal in high school and had like all the ripped
Yeah.
shirts, dressed
Yeah.
the same every fucking day. But so we're gonna have that band. We're gonna have Skullflower, formerly
That's what it
Skullfucker.
is. That's what it is.
I think what a contrast to go from just nice and light into heavy, and you're going to see that theme just get ramped up out throughout the show as we get to the rest of the bands. Fantastic band. They incorporate the cello into metal, which is just fucking awesome.
Oh, that haunting cello.
I read that's what I read. I heard that's like one of the coolest.
Their
songs they
version
do.
of War Pigs with the cello is so fucking good. I think this is just an excellent way to get people pumped up and ready for the
Cool.
rest of the show. Next we have Jucifer, I think is how you say it, from Sound of Metal. Another recent movie. Don't know if you guys have seen it. It's about
Jucifer?
yeah, I think that's the name of their band, from Sound of Metal.
That's a wicked.
Oh, what the hell's his name? He's so good.
I forget too, but
name.
he's
Razamil?
He was in Rogue
Razamed.
yeah, he is in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Yes,
performance.
he's-
He plays a drummer who is
Yeah, he's
going
nice.
completely deaf.
Yeah.
Oh man,
In a metal band. And their band is fucking phenomenal. And I think this is a perfect way to amp up right after Skullflower. You're going to watch, these teens are going to shred, and then we're going to get into a real metal band, and then we're going to close out with the Ain't Rights from Green Room.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I love the deep. He told me yesterday, he was like, you might be in trouble. And first,
This is a really good set list.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
It's going to build right up into Nazi punks fuck off, I think is how we're going to end the show.
Cool.
MCing the whole thing will be Chet Hanks for some reason.
Oh my god.
I feel like maybe even
Maybe
we'll
in
just
the rap album.
we'll get a cameo of him, maybe. Who knows? It'll be super easy. For sponsors, we're going to have MeUndies because you're going to shit yourself. And the Real Debaters podcast will be sponsoring this. So Michael can't actually do his music festival because we'll be broke.
Yeah, everything we have is in Jimmy's production.
That's right.
Buy tickets.
Think about it. And that's my show.
Okay, I want to go first
Wow.
because I first of all I love the indie night. I love it's like a true Winnipeg concert actually.
That's what I was, and I was looking through where would this be the great place to have it. I thought Park. I thought, oh my God, High and Lonesome, and then I thought this is a Pyramid Cabaret show.
It's 100% Pyramid Cabaret show.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to do, and I hope the Pyramid Cabaret is listening, is in between sets not have so much time, because if that's my only concern actually is a real life concern that Pyramid Cabaret just starts so late.
You
Yeah.
got me there.
Right? Like I want to. I'm 40 and I have money and I'd love to come and spend it, but I don't
Yeah.
want to go to a concert at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday.
You got
Right?
me there. This would definitely be a late night show.
Totally. And that so in actual reality, That's the only complaint I have is I'm an old fuck who's tired on a Wednesday and so I'm grouchy. So really, it's not even a complaint.
Well, this is a Wednesday night.
Oh, it is a Wednesday night show.
Oh, yeah.
It totally is. So yeah, but I love you're gouging with Crashing the Boys. I mean, I know you're like, okay, so your argument was, yeah, people show up late. I'm like, they don't show up 6 seconds late though. That's so like you need to have a band that maybe plays a full song, so they show up 3 minutes late or 5 minutes late. So I feel maybe I loved Scott Pilgrim, but just go with another band, like the vegan band. What's her face? That
You got me there.
Brie Larson. If you'd gone
yeah.
with them, then it could be like you could have brought Scott Pilgrim in with his band to fight and have a band fight. That's what I would have done with Scott Pilgrim.
Have you heard
personally.
Brie Larson's version of that song too? It's pretty good.
She can actually sing it,
Yeah,
right?
like,
Yeah,
she's
I've
pretty
heard
good.
that.
She sings
I've
well.
never heard it, but I've heard that.
Yeah.
She sings it really
You got
well.
me there, Mike.
Those are the only two things, and that's just taste versus like.
You got me
there's no wrong answers, even if it's for the kids. Martin, what's your thoughts?
Thank you, Jimmy, for making it an 18+ event.
Nobody said it was.
Yeah. You can bring
Nobody
kids.
said that.
Question: what are you doing for the little boys and girls?
Well, let's just say they will not be allowed inside, Martin.
Thank you for that. Right answer. Correct answer. My only gripe is just because here's the thing about making your venue, your argument too real is I know the guy who runs the pyramid or the people who run the pyramid, and it's a very hard venue to work with.
Shit.
They're definitely not easy. So
Yeah.
I think you're going to be running into a lot of problems
My
with
argument-
the pyramid venue.
My argument against that is that I think these bands that I've picked are used to dealing with promoters who are shit.
But you're going to have to be doing it, not these
That's
bands.
true.
Right? 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
it's
the one
gonna be up
organizing
to me.
the Festival, and I think you personally will have a difficult time. And
I don't know.
because you know how when they say presidents, when they go into 4-year terms, they age.
Yeah.
I think after dealing with the pyramid, you'll be like having gray hair and shit.
I'll
You'll
be
age
balding.
like 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh no. You know,
But I like the lineup. One thing that I was looking for was something more a bit interactive, like Mike did.
Ew.
Because that's like
For
I
the
guess
kids.
I guess yours isn't really a.
it's
a
not
festival,
it's
more
not
of
an
a concert,
interactive
right?
musical,
Yeah.
Martin.
His serves
Yeah,
like
it's not. It's more of a con. Yeah, I guess it's a concert. Then I guess it's really
Mosh
not
pits
really
are pretty
that.
damn interactive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. Mosh pits very interactive.
well, a festival can be a one day. Like I think it's just more than 2 bands, because a concert is an opener and a band, where like 5 bands is a festival. Because Metal Fest at the park is one
this is a
night.
few hours long. Absolutely. Like this isn't just come in, leave.
This will take an evening.
This is gonna be an evening.
Yeah, it'll start at 11
How much
and
are
end at
tickets?
5.
How much are tickets for this? $500.
Jesus.
And your clientele is coming from Winnipeg.
Yes.
And it's
What-
all general admission?
Yes.
Is downtown
resale.
Winnipeg still not safe?
I'm just thinking
yeah, no,
$500.
I'm afraid you can $500 like that clientele. If I was Winnipeg and I would heard that, I'm like, we're robbing some people at this concert.
People
right
willingly
after
go to
it's really-
Folk Fest for like $500. Okay. They'll come to this.
$274.
Shut up.
Just saying. That's what it costs.
It's not bad.
Bullshit.
Okay, Martin, you got your Charles. What about you? What are your
Oh, yeah.
complaints, compliments, indifference?
I love the lineup. I mean, you named a lot of great bands from as soon as you say the band, I think of the movie. I'm like, that's a great movie, great band. Yeah, I would definitely.
The Green Room
attend.
was my favorite.
That was
because
a great
that's
way
the
to end it.
perfect
Especially because
dingy bar room.
that is
Dingy bar
exactly that's the band
just
that would
fit
love
Pyramid.
the Pyramid. They
Yeah.
would love the Pyramid.
You know your audience, you know your
So-
room.
I have a soft spot for the Pyramid just because, like, when I was younger, I got fucked up at the Pyramid and had some really good times. But I also know what Martin's talking about in terms of, like, they're a fucking nightmare. And bands have openly, like, tweeted and talked about how it sucks. So that's one thing. But, I mean, it's also a staple. Like, that sounds like Winnipeg in a nutshell. So,
Do you know what you're gonna get?
yeah, I don't know. It's I would go. I'd go. I'm not for 500. I would go for like the American Express early red line sale. That's like $13.
Do I get
That's
a
probably what it would
VIP
cost.
signing with them?
I think we'd go like $13.50. So when you give 15 or 20, you're like, I don't need my change.
And then if people don't get that pre-sale, it's $500.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Don't
fair.
show up at the door. Bad decision.
cash, though.
Cash money.
Only cash.
Only
The
cash.
bar does not take anything else.
This sounds like a Ponzi scheme and not a concert.
We take Macedonian coins.
Pounds, silver, sterling. Bitcoin. Dogecoin.
We take physical copies of NFTs.
I was going to ask. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I print all my NFTs.
A lot of bored apes.
Jesus. Okay. Martin.
Oh, my turn?
Take us to space, Martin.
We're going to space. So I told you guys in the chat what I wanted to do was like a sci-fi type music festival. My music festival is going to be sponsored by the Citadel of Ricks. They're going to be the ones to organize the music festival.
God.
And the
so
festival
funny.
is called Getting Swifty.
Devo Fest.
I think
I
one
love
of the
the
things
name.
about, like if you've been to like Charles, you could probably relate to this one, but going to one of those big music festivals, I think one of the most fun and cool things is waiting for your wristband in the mail.
Yeah.
You know, and the wristbands are so cool the way they do it. You know, they have they have their own design. It's a different design each year.
It is.
So for this one, it's gonna be a wristband, but it's also gonna be your way to get to the music festival, because the music festival is not just gonna take place in one place. It's gonna take place on a couple of different planets and different multiverses, universes. So that's what the portal gun is there for. So on the day
Cool.
the music festival is active, like the starting day, you can press your wristband on. There's going to be 3 different areas or 3 different stages, basically, is what I have. Each stage, you can press a button on your wristband that'll teleport you to whichever stage you want to go to.
Fucking brilliant.
Because we all know what we all hate is the walking and getting to each different stage. Just press a
You
little
don't know
button.
how much I hate the walking.
So you can just do that. That's one thing that with your wristband, just teleport you to a place. Boom, you're there. So like I said, I'll have 3 different stages, and they're all different themes of sci-fi. So the first stage is going to be Utopia. Second stage is going to be called Dystopia. And the third stage is just going to be called Lasers. So the Utopia stage, this is going to be more of like your like kind of like your top 40 pop kind of, indie rock kind of all that, just general rock, like, or top 40 kind of thing.
Sure.
It's going to take place on Asgard. And with Asgard, like, imagine, because when you go to a music festival, you have all the girls who have like they take their selfies. There's a lot of cool art installations.
Yeah.
That's what this is going to be like.
Cool.
I wanted to say first, I got my the way I got the inspiration for this was Bill and Ted Don't Face the Music, whatever.
Yeah.
You know how they go back in time and get all the artists and then they bring them there to form the band? That's what I'm doing with mine. So I'm bringing like Earth's greatest musicians throughout time and history, and current and like living and not living. So for Asgard, like the type of bands you'll see and a lot of these bands all have albums that are directed, like have sci-fi in them.
Oh, cool.
So the like bands you'll see, like for this one, like a Radiohead, The Flaming Lips, Janelle Monáe, Pink Floyd, ELO, and Queen.
Wow.
Like that's the type of music you'll be playing on this one. That's the Utopia aspect.
That's fucking awesome.
For Dystopia, it's gonna take place on Tatooine. And think for Dystopia, think Mad Max meets Tupac's California Love. That's the theme for this one. And like, I wanted to mention too, so like one thing to it that I love about music festivals is everyone's music festival outfit. Everyone dresses up and they have their really cool costumes that they have for each day. So Utopia will be very like high classy. It'll be kind of like, girls at like Coachella when you see they're all done with their little sparkly stuff.
Yeah.
For Dystopia, it'll be more like a Mad Max kind of just hard grunge kind of thing. So it'll take place in Tatooine. Bands you'll hear for this are like Tupac for California Love, like that album, like very rough.
Dirty
you'll have,
hip-hop.
Deltron 3030,
Nice.
which is Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Yeah.
Future will also be playing. Rush, Iron
nice.
Maiden, and then Rage Against the Machine. These are like the bands that are very, kind of grungy, kind of like have like a little bit of future stuff in it. And also on Tatooine, there'll be like we'll have the Mos Eisley Cantina there as well.
Nice.
So we'll also have on the Cantina, Max Rebo and his band will be playing, throughout the duration of the music festival. So you'll have them, you'll see them if you want to go for a drink. But yeah, it's gonna be like a very Mad Max kind of Thunderdome kind of feel to it. This is what this dystopian kind of future
People
is
are gonna die
for that stage.
Yeah.
And you'll also have you remember that in Mad Max with the guitar, the guy with the guitar.
Yeah.
The flaming
That'll
guitar.
be one of the little spots like that you'll get to see. That's one of the attractions that you'll get to see there.
That's pretty cool.
So for the last one, my last stage is called Lasers.
Of course, all Pink Floyd.
This
the
one will
wall.
be,
It's Pink Floyd, the
this
wall.
one has a very Tron heavy theme. So
Tron.
Tron heavy.
So you'll be like, you'll be not deatomized, but you'll be teleported down. You'll be like a Tron figure.
Cool.
In this. So a lot of glow in the dark stuff, a lot of cool fluorescent lights, and a lot of electronic music.
Can I ask a question?
You'll have Daft Punk
Can I ask a question?
in there. Yes.
Just for reference, like Fubartron or like Laserdisc
Tron.
Oh, Tron. Okay, all right.
Tron.
Sorry, I
Not
didn't.
Tron Funk and Blows. Tron.
Just I needed to make sure. Go on.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta pet it, Mike. So Center City, you'll have Daft Punk playing because they were in that Tron movie, so they'll be there playing as well.
Amazing.
You'll also have the band from the music video One More Time, which is based on an actual anime. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was called I have it on my phone.
Andromeda 999 or something like that. I can't remember.
It's called Interstellar 555.
That's what it is.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
That's something like that.
Yeah, you were in
I saw it
space.
years ago.
Pretty damn close.
You were close. Close.
And then like DJs like Major Lazer, like those kind of very kind of hip electronic kind of. This will be a very electronic focused kind of stage. So this is where all the people who love EDM will go.
Freaking lasers.
And then also too, one of the inspirations for this I got from I really like the soundtrack for Thor Ragnarok, which was done by Mark Mothersbaugh.
Yeah.
He was from Devo, so he's going to be in there as well, doing the Thor Ragnarok soundtrack.
Devo Fest.
And one of the things that people also like, one of the things for security, that's a big issue for music festivals, right? Security, because there's so many people, so many different walks of life, could get a little out of hand. But for security, what will happen is if you are caught breaking the rules or being too rowdy or being disruptive, you'll get teleported to the butt and fart planet for 1 hour.
Is that also where the bathroom is?
No, there's actual bathrooms, but the Barton Fut Planet and Rick and Morty is
That's great.
Just a fun place to get teleported if you do bad. You're like, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. Let's not be a dick anymore.
Yeah.
Button fart planet.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's on that planet.
Oh, it's so
and
funny.
that's my music festival.
Start the ass kissing with you.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I always go first. Someone else go first.
Looking at you, Charles.
Sure. I mean, I'm a Rick and Morty fan, so right off the bat, huge. I loved all the references and everything.
Got one vote.
Yeah, the lineups are great. All great bands. I like that you actually you kind of took all dystopia. Almost sounds like Burning Man, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Burning Man meets Mad Max.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of neat. So for instance, people that love that shit, like being in the desert and almost dying and partying to music, awesome.
White people.
But that's not the only option.
White people.
I like
people
that
love
you
that
did that. That's kind of cool. Because that's my one fear with Coachella is I'll die.
That's a serious fear.
So when you die at Coachella, you just become part of the earth.
You're sung out until you're.
How much is this, man? I'm worried I'm gonna have to not ever buy a home.
It's the typical amount for a music festival. I would say probably $600
Costs your
US.
life.
Wow, I'm in.
I was gonna say
that's awesome.
more expensive to fly to Mars.
Well, I mean, that's
Teleporter.
That's fucking wicked.
But then that's just for the price for your ticket. There's still you have to
right.
you have to pay for your food and stuff like that and drinks. And
Oh,
things
yeah,
like that.
but the
once you're in
ticket-
the festival, you're in, and then you have to pay for your.
And once you're in,
accommodations.
all the teleportation, all that's all included because you're already inside,
Yep.
right?
You're inside. Yeah.
God damn.
Is there a geofence making sure I don't teleport outside of the 3 planets I'm supposed to
So
go
the
to?
teleporter will only take you to one of the 3 venues.
Okay.
Right? So that's it.
Okay.
There's a Homer somewhere.
Right? I was headed to Tatooine.
I have one question. Let's say I really like the fart and butt planet. Could I stay longer than an hour?
Just make more trouble, Jimmy.
Okay. Well, see, that's what I'm worried about. What if people make so much trouble because of how much they like the fart and butt planet? And now you're just
So
stuck
then you'll just
with
stay there. They'll
a
just
bunch-
stay there.
bunch of
3 strikes and you're
troublemakers.
just in the fart and
Oh,
butt
okay.
planet for the rest of the
That's your life now.
Okay, good, covered.
Itinerary check.
Jeez, I like it. I feel like you really got something for everybody.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, Jimmy.
I can back that up. I liked literally our definition of our show is where real life meets real life. So you're going.
You did
to
the Bill and
these-
Ted route. I love that.
Yeah,
too.
you did the Bill and Ted
Yeah.
route exactly. Where like
Yeah.
you're going to the
Really got that
places.
at Charles and tell me to watch it. Charles, thank you for telling me to watch that movie.
Oh yeah, I'm glad. Man, it's awesome.
That's the
great.
recommendation you take.
But like it's blending the fun shit, the cool places, the travel. I love the travel. I mean, for
Yeah.
a guy who's fucking overweight and hates moving.
Just in general, getting older, it sucks. In general,
Thank you for sticking up for me.
But Martin knows navigating from stage to stage, whether
it's
it's
brutal.
folk fest
It's
or
such a
Lolla,
time waster.
fucking sucks, and then you lose people, and that's a whole fucking thing.
Well, like I want to see the music, but if I'm gonna be sitting here doing drugs, camping, I'm not gonna want to make that walk.
Yeah, like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
another very good point.
That's my other point too. Is that prime drug doing environment?
Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
done, Martin. Like very
lasers. Like everyone knows where to go.
utopia, dystopia, and lasers. You
That's
said
right.
right? Like
Yeah.
those three things will like you're pulling in the EDM crowd. What's the Electric Daisy in Vegas?
Oh yeah,
What's the one in like,
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
Oh,
like.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, he's pulling in like the Lolla crowd and,
Yeah.
and all those like those
Burning Man. Like
yeah,
yeah.
whatever other like
That's what I mean.
there's EDM and then everything else.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what this
yeah.
is. So yeah, no, I like both of that. What is teleportation like? Is there anything for the kids?
Unfortunately, Mike, this is an 18+ event. There's nothing further. Sorry.
I'm just thinking about the families, guys. Everybody around me's having kids. This is where this came from. No. But like is teleportation easy on the average?
do it.
Can kids like is there any
You
loss
wouldn't have a
of
heart attack, Michael.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
It just ends, and you're like,
right? Like does it start off fine and then I get to my
If you don't
fucking
like to walk, you don't have to at this festival, Mike. You don't
Wow.
have to.
Well, no, I'm wondering like, okay, can I get on a shuttle that is
Oh my
a 20
God.
minute one way instead
I
of
feel like by the end of this festival, he's gonna be like Homer. He'll be like, "My lungs breathe for me." He just hooks up to a fucking just because, like, why not?
What's Lucky hook up to? It helps
no
him
man,
breathe.
like how can a fucking I mean I do it because
What more do you need, man? It teleports you.
I know. I'm just I am not well versed in teleportation, so I'm just trying to wonder
Your
what
balls
the-
are gonna tingle a bit, but it's
Yeah.
nice.
You'll
is-
never have kids.
that is a side effect you sign a waiver for.
Oh, there's always a waiver at anything.
waiver
Anything
for
worth
every
doing
festival,
needs a
Mike.
waiver. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if I had one worry, it sounds like a lot of people might die.
Like, do
Why?
one in 100 people suffer from extreme circumstances from teleportation?
They
That's
probably
like
enjoy the fart planet so much they just die from it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're gonna inhale fart planet too much,
Yeah.
and then you got a bunch of dead farters
It's
on
like
your
kids who
hands.
just sniff gas until they pass
That's
out,
right.
but
that's,
you don't
that's
wake
the new
up.
sniffing
That's
gas.
why you sign a waiver.
That's exactly
Free
it.
drugs.
Oh god, that's funny. No, that's all I got. I'm just being a dick about the
Sorry,
story.
Martin, did you say, I'm sorry if you did, what's the name of the festival?
Getting swifty.
Oh, that's
Get
right.
Swifty
That's
Fest.
right. Oh, that's
Is this
great.
based on that episode where they go from planet to planet on the world-ending tour?
Yeah, you have to present your best song to survive.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really
And they
great
do get
sketch
swifty,
for
and
a
it's
fucking
amazing.
show. Never mind.
You got what I like, or something like that, and then he just leaves. It's so stupid, but amazing.
All right, Charles, end us out, man.
Okay, so what I decided to do, I got some notes here. It's an email to myself. Look at how cool that is. It's called Scorefest.
Wait, one second here. Let's
Like
get
the candy
you all,
bar?
Yeah, brought to you by Score Bars.
So yeah, there's a lot of things that So Score's a sponsor for sure. You can score there, but it needs to be consensual, obviously.
Nice.
Good, awesome.
But it's called Scorefest, and it's a music festival celebrating and spotlighting all the best scores and movie soundtracks
Aw.
ever. So basically, it's like the idea I had is it would be like the setup like Lolla or Coachella. So big stages, over the top, like
Light
graphics,
show.
light shows, and
Yeah.
whatnot. So, for instance, John Williams, he's going to go, he's got his orchestra, his, like, favorite orchestra, and he's just doing all his favorite songs from his catalog from all, like, whatever movie. Jaws, Star Wars, right?
Is his shirt off and he's very tattooed?
We're getting there, buddy.
Did you guys see that? Sorry, not to interrupt. Did you guys see that video of Danny Elfman at Coachella? Yeah. He takes his shirt off with his orchestra. He does the Simpsons theme. He fucking has tattoos all over his body.
That's what inspired this because I loved it.
That's this year?
Yeah. He did that at this year's Coachella, and I saw that and I was like, I would
Simpsons
go
theme.
see. Claudia and I when we were living in Toronto, we went and saw the Toronto Symphony Orchestra do all of Danny Elfman's iconic music, and they had a cool screen there that would show that exact scene from the movie, and then they would play the music live, and then it would transition into something else.
That's beautiful.
And they would do it, and I was like, it was so cool. So I was like, I would go see a festival of that, and who were like the best? So like John Williams, and then while they're doing it, it would either be like the scenes from the movie on like a huge screen, or you get those OG actors and they're acting it out on stage with them. Like, so the music orchestra is on the bottom, and then on the stage you have all the lighting setting and whatnot, and then it would be the original actors. So if he was doing Duel of the Fates, you get fucking, you know,
oh my god,
you get Qui-Gon, you get Obi-Wan, so you get Ewan McGregor, you get Liam.
You win. You fucking win. You win. You win.
So that was like, yeah. So then, and you know what? It's for families, Michael. Families can come.
He's fucking got you.
Families can come for sure.
He had me at Scorefest, and I thought I would hook up.
Well, who doesn't want to hook up to John Williams? You know what's going down. So
I want to make out to Duna.
See, and they would have people actually have like either a hologram shark that would go at the crowd like Back to the Future style, and everyone's like, ah!
I just don't want
and
the
then
hologram
it disappears.
Or
it would be people like in it, moving on the stage.
Did you also like the night the symphony does Harry Potter, or the night the symphony does?
Well,
did that cross your mind at all with this?
Like basically the idea I had is he picks his favorite, like so he would pick like the Harry Potter theme, and then Jaws theme. You know what I mean? And then as he's doing that, it's being played out, whether it's live or whatnot. And then so you got John Williams, another stage after him, Danny Elfman, because my God, he already did and put on an amazing show.
And he's in TV.
He did the
and
Spider-Man
film,
theme song, and they were playing like Toby.
What more could you want?
So you'd get Toby back dressed as Spider-Man, just doing this in the crowd, and people would fucking lose their mind.
No suit.
Yeah. Hans Zimmer.
I'm not sure.
You got a Hans Zimmer stage, so you know.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe, whatever state he's in, he'll just be swinging a sword around while he's doing gladiator music and. Fucking
what I
else.
want worst state possible, please.
And then of course, just because of how brilliant it's been, and I didn't realize how much good music this guy has already been doing, but Michael Giacchino would have his own tent, which is the composer for the Batman. So
I listen to the theme while I'm at work, man.
Dude, it's incredible. He's actually done all the music for all the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies too.
Oh,
so like
guessed.
Homecoming, I never, right? He's really talented.
God damn.
Yeah, and I've listened to those soundtracks, and they're like, you know, the inspiring heroic, like the Marvel style, where it's like feel good, and then Batman is like, let's go beat the shit out of something. So you get that, and then obviously Pattinson would show up as Batman, just standing there glaring at people. And
that's
people
the
lose
thing.
their minds.
Yeah.
And then me and Martin have a similar taste, but I wanted to end the whole thing with Daft Punk, and they would just do the whole Tron movie. So they would just do live the music and they would just show the whole Tron movie, and then Jeff Bridges would come out and just give some people high fives.
And finger guns.
And finger guns, yeah.
No Garrett Hedlund?
Maybe. I think he's drunk somewhere, so
Probably.
maybe if he can make it.
You can get him.
You can get him.
Yeah.
You can get
It's not about not being able to get him. Yeah.
No, but yeah, so that literally was just Scorefest, because that was like, that was the idea.
So where's this taking place?
Not in a desert, because
you don't want people to get heat stroke and die.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just go to
Waiver.
What is
Waiver.
it? Let's go to Grand Park. Let's do that. Grand Park. Yeah, right. Why not?
Ooh, Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, right after Lala wraps up, or that could even be surprise last night of Lala Scorefest.
Can I switch mine to Kenora, and it can be on the water?
I
know I said Garbage Hill, but can I just for cool?
I don't
want to
think
make
it's
sure
gonna
that
help
big
you.
catfish is in the background.
I don't know if that's safe for the kids, Mike. Water.
Yeah. Fucking kids always get me.
I'll go
Sorry.
first.
Yeah, you go. Yeah.
Okay. Jesus, man. Good fucking
Pause
job.
for effect.
Good fucking job this week. My God. Yeah, I think you might have nailed this one.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
only qualm is that maybe the food might not be great if it's sponsored by Just Score. I don't even like Score bars. And they're like giving them out for free. I don't even want it. They're not great.
Score Blizzard doesn't even do it for
It's
you?
not good.
No?
I don't like it.
Man, I love a good Score bar.
Ironically, Jimmy, I do not like Score very much either. That was
if
a
they're
hard
willing to
sponsor.
sponsor, I get
hey,
that.
man, anybody free is like
I
willing
get
up,
that.
sure.
I'm just worried about the food. That's my only qualm.
Yeah, and if people have even allergies, I can't even guarantee I can care.
They give out scores and EpiPens.
Yeah, no, it's waiver no matter what. Like, even before you can buy tickets, you just sign a waiver.
Yeah.
Because I can't even ensure your safety for buying the tickets, so...
I want, like, I'll say some things, but, like, I'm just going to be like, Charles wins. Like, Charles gets my vote. But, like, the reasons why Charles gets my vote is because it's reenactment, interactive.
Yeah.
It's the meatiest parts of the bone.
And it's for kids.
It's
for,
And it's for the kids.
I'm not going to lie, when the family thing got coming up, I'm like, oh my God. Does mine allow family, I guess?
But you didn't say it.
Well, no, because
That
no,
matters.
Martin's point is right. Like, every festival is normally not for kids. So I was like,
Although Danny
in my head,
Elfman
I was-
tears it up, like, he could scare kids. Like, the Beetlejuice stuff might scare kids.
Oh, totally.
I think it's scary in a fun way.
Yeah, that's true. Don't be a wiener kid.
Yeah, exactly. You Millhouse.
Just be a wiener dog.
Go to the Fart Planet.
Go to Fart Planet. Fart Planet for you.
Sending you to
Off
Fart
to
Planet.
Fart Planet.
I know this planet. Don't you
I like
fucking
that.
misbehave.
All these takes place in the same universe.
Yeah, I think soundtrack, like the symphony. I've been to the symphony doing soundtracks for films where
It's
you
so
like when you
cool.
go when you watch
I
Home
gotta
Alone.
check that out. Oh my God.
This Christmas, I'll give you my heart, and we'll go and watch
It's a
Home
cool-
Alone, and the symphony does the soundtrack.
That
Right,
would
it's
be
John-
very fun.
Right, it's super fun.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
And that is exactly what
cool.
you did. But then you were like, no, bring in you and bring in-
Macaulay.
Right, bring Macaulay. Maybe not Macaulay. Just Star Wars. We'll stick with Star Wars. But yeah, like bring in Liam and Ewan McGregor and redo it. That's so much fun. Like, and so like, yeah, I don't.
It's hard
Martin,
to- it's
go
hard to
ahead.
argue, man.
Yeah, like it's fuck.
Give it to him, Martin.
Yeah.
Good job this week. I think it's I was like, oh, this is a cool, unique, interesting take on a festival. I guess my one argument against would
Get
just
'em.
be like, this is the first music festival I wouldn't want to party at. You know?
Fair
I don't
enough.
want to
Yeah.
get blackout drunk and miss anything, or even like it's not really a drinking festival. That's the one thing that I do think that
This is a
you
picnic
might
festival.
miss out on at the festival is making money on that,
Yeah.
because that's how a lot of music festivals make their money off the food and the drinks
That's a
and
very
alcohol.
good point.
And I think
Yeah.
this one, you're just gonna sell a bunch of waters.
There might be
You'll be
one-
the most hydrated you've ever been in
That's
your
true.
life.
Yeah.
They're
will
gonna
ha-
sell white wine and Michelob Ultras.
and Ritz crackers
it.
with cheese.
Yeah.
Like
That's
it'll
Radishes.
very peppery. Very peppery.
I feel like Danny Elfman will get fucked up after his set, though.
Yeah, no, you are definitely. That's
Yes,
like
but off wine and Michelob Ultra.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
it.
right.
That's what he's gonna get fucked up
That's
on.
right. That
That's
is
all they
true.
sell at this festival. Like
Yeah.
no liquor company is gonna want to sponsor this.
That's true.
Yeah, it might be a waste of their
Brought to you by
time.
Jose
this is the
Cuervo.
theater crowd that's going to go to
Yes.
this, right?
Yeah.
Not
That's
the
true.
everybody's.
It'll be the most polite music festival ever.
Yeah.
Well, nerds, like I can't just
And
the
nerds.
costumes, like you were talking about costumes and stuff, and imagine that, like
Quite a bit of cosplay here.
everybody. I hope someone dresses up as Jaws.
Yeah, especially since the Jaws, what is it?
Hologram.
The hologram is probably going to overdose on heroin.
It's coming at the crowd and it just does that, just turns over.
Oh no! Somebody get the costume. Plan B.
Get the costume. Put him in the foam suit.
It's so hot.
Martin, what do you got to say before we go to vote?
Oh, I thought that I said it.
Oh, sorry, you did. Yeah, fuck. I'm down a rabbit
fucking
hole.
said it.
Yeah, my bad. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that means that's the point of the show where we're going to go into the voting cone of silence and figure out who we think deserves all the points that don't fucking matter this week. So we'll be right back after this sound effect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are back the voting cone of silence was very fun. It was very brief. It was very easy. Doesn't exist actually. That's how easy it is. And
we get shit done.
We get shit done in there. That's for sure. So we've come back. I will submit my answer first out of everybody. Obviously, I just said it, and I will still stand by it. All of the fun of existing and watching the soundtracks, the scores to the best scenes of a film is easily the best way to spend any sort of festival. So what was the name of yours again, Charles?
Scorefest.
Scorefest, that's right. And sponsored by Score Bar. If you have diabetes, don't come.
Or just embrace it.
Yeah. Like, here's 12 score bars.
Face your actual demon.
Like, after a while, it's good in ice cream, but whatever. Yeah, so Scorefest it is for me. Jimmy, what about you?
Yeah, no, I got to go with Charles. Yeah,
Okay.
you just you nailed it this week. There's there's just no beating that.
2 for Charles. Charles, who are you going to vote for?
Oh, I'm going to space. I'm going with Swifty.
Swifty.
So,
Get Swifty. 2 Charles, 1
get
Swifty.
for sure.
Martin, what do you pick this week? Does Charles win it?
I went with, of course, he already won it. No, Charles for sure. That's a good music festival. Mike, I'm just worried about your walking for this festival because you will have to walk at Charles' music festival.
That's true.
Unfortunately, yeah. But we'll have a theme for you to walk to. Dun 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 dun.
Shut up.
That's you bumping into people. That's what that is.
okay,
That's
I
you
thought-
I
bumping
thought that was
in.
him taking breathers.
It could be
That's
too.
what I thought you were doing. You were like, let's slow down a
No, they will play Vader breath in between that.
So the Imperial March, it's a march, so it's
Yeah.
left, right, and you're like, no, left,
Right, left,
right, left, break,
right again.
right again.
Two
I mean,
rights.
lefts.
Lean on something.
Drag left foot.
Drag left. Yeah.
Drink water. Carry on.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, man, dude, you won. There you go, Charles. Well done. Well done, sir.
Is that your first of the year?
I think so.
Yeah. I think
Probably.
so.
I only keep. I only know when I go in. I save it to the file. So
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Either
So-
way, I'm honored, boys. Honored. So.
You nailed it.
Score fest.
you.
I want a score bar now.
Yep.
I want a scoreboard too.
You know what? I mean, it's worth it if there was ever a time.
You can get a score blizzard. You can get a score blizzard.
Yeah,
Or
you know,
score
I would
McFlurry,
try to
right?
that.
Score McFlurry.
Ooh, yeah, I would try it like that. I don't know if I would just eat the score on its own. I think I would try it
I
with
think
like
I'd just get a better
something.
blizzard.
Or just still get score.
Okay.
Bypass it
Better.
all
Yeah.
together.
Crispy
Yeah.
crunch. I'm happy there.
Yeah. No, it's just it's the same wheelhouse, kind of.
No.
No.
Meh.
Meh. Well, that's actually it, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. We don't even we got nothing for a review this week. We were just inspired by music. We
Yeah.
were just inspired by what.
Yeah.
So that's
And blue chews.
and blue chews.
Chews.
Exactly. Very very inspired.
Nothing but blue chews in my mouth.
So yeah, if this is your first time listening to The Real Debaters, then you should stick around at the end. So there's an end credit trailer. It's got all the things about us and all the things that you can do to learn about us. If you are Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, check out the website links. Link in bio shows you everything about Jimmy's comedy, Martin's comedy, Charles's nerdgasm, our show stuff. You can leave a voicemail there. This is all in the end credit stuff, but we really want to signify. We really want to highlight that you can leave a voicemail. So head to the link in the bio and check out that you can leave a review, like a 4-star review on Apple. It'll take you to your device. It'll take you to the thing on your phone that you listen to podcasts on and let you rate there. So we're
Do it. Rate us on Spotify too. You can do that now.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
rate us fucking everywhere.
We've made it so incredibly easy.
It's
Right?
so
Yeah.
impossibly accessible.
Send Martin a long-winded DM.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then
About
we'll,
the jazz hour and blue chews.
yes, how much you want that. And if we get 5 of those,
Welcome to
that's,
Blue Chat
Yeah, that's what we'll do in Vancouver.
from the hot tub.
Welcome to the tub.
Oh, that's the show you guys should do when you get there.
from the
tub.
from the tub.
Live from the tub.
From the
Yeah.
tub. Okay,
That's great.
I'm not against it
It's just a warm kiddie pool.
for the kids.
And a lot.
But also leave a voicemail. Like
Yeah.
talk to us. Like wherever you are,
We'd
in
love
the
to hear
world.
from you.
We'd love to hear from you.
That's right.
Talk to us from the tub.
We know you're listening.
Yeah, like we see it. We see that you're listening.
You
so
right now, I know you're listening.
I know you're Yeah, that's
We can turn on your webcam.
yeah.
I can see you.
That last part's a lie. We
Yeah,
are
it is.
not the NSA. But
We won't do it.
I mean, it's cool. We just won't because we can't.
we
But
know how. We just won't.
Yeah.
We just won't. Think
Yeah.
about that.
we'll just release
With
it.
great power comes great responsibility.
But yeah, see, this would be a great time to be like to leave that voicemail and tell us that this shit's funny or not funny.
It's just gonna be
or
like,
what-
beep. Could you not turn on my webcam? Thanks. This is Phil in Atlanta. Thanks. Beep. Could you, also not turn on?
I'm
my
worried
webcam?
about my Ring doorbell now.
What other things can you guys turn on?
I think I'm gonna move.
Turn on my wife, please. Somebody.
My wife left me.
Just lonely hearts. That's all I think.
Call
of.
it
It's great.
those.
No, seriously.
Feeling
whatever,
sad?
whatever. Whatever's on your mind. Well, let's do it.
Well, exactly what they said. But if you want to get real like specific, ask us a question about what we like about film and TV.
What are you watching?
What are you watching? Which one of us do you want to see do something, say something stupid? Like, get real poignant with it. Like, come at me, bro.
What's a really good afternoon for you?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Is it a
personal.
good book?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it one
Is
of
it
those?
a bad book?
You know
is it
what?
A murder mystery.
What's your favorite afternoon movie?
Ooh.
There we go.
Like you
Nice.
come home at 3 p.m.
Yeah. Question from the last debate. You come home at 3 p.m. You've got some time to kill. What kind of afternoon movie do you put on? Do you put on something that makes you nap? Do you put on something that...
iRobot. Something that's always on cable all the time.
Yeah, do you put something easy you can get up and leave from? Like, what's your afternoon movie?
Ooh.
That's the question
good
of the
one.
week. We'll continue doing this because this is fun. And you leave a voicemail, and the next time we'll
Requiem
read
for a
it.
Dream.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Wolf of Wall Street.
ladies and gentlemen, we will leave you to the voicemails and everything at the end. I've been Johnny Cash.
I'm Darth Vader.
Ho ho! I'm the mascot for an evil corporation.
And I have been a planet of farts.
Watch all the movies, kids. We're gonna go now. Say bye. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, another Real Debaters production is in the can. Thank you so much for listening. If this is your first, second, third, fifth, 20th time, thank you so much. But thank you to the first timers, the ones here who pressed play for the first time and took a gamble on us. If you like what you heard today, the easiest thing to support the show is just to subscribe. Hit the like button, the follow button, whatever's in your podcast player. Make it so that we're always there every Wednesday for you, okay? That would be huge. If you want to stay in touch with us, if you want to follow us, there's a couple ways to do that. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. We're slowly migrating to YouTube by putting all of the things we've ever put on video onto that site. There's some surprises coming this year that happened a while ago, but I felt needed to be shared because they're part of the Debaterverse. So the YouTube page is coming. But if you want to follow us, it's at Real Debaters Pod on Twitter and Instagram. It's the Real Debaters Podcast on TikTok. All of the links, all of the one-click away things are in the show notes that you've just listened to. So if you want to follow us there, that would be great too, because then you get to stay in the know of all the things that we do and what we're going to try to do this year and what we've done in the past, so on and so forth. So that's how you stay in touch with us. If you want to contact us, it's therealdebaters@gmail.com. All the spelling for all these things is REEL to keep with the title of the show. So you can send an email to us there, request an episode, want to call out one of us for being a goofball. There's places to do that as well too, like the Real Debaters website. You can email us, or you can go straight to the website, rate us on Podchaser, realdebaters.ca. And if you really, really liked what you heard, and you want to support the show in some fashion that requires you spending money, well, we got a couple ways for you to do that as well too. You can buy our merch at the Prop Shop. It's a store through Threadless, and it's online, and you can order stuff. We've got tons of stuff. We've got our Mass Debater wear there. It's our signature, original, and only line. It's our logo on everything. So you can support us that way. Go to the merch tab in the show notes, or if you just got $1 and you're like, hey, I want to give you $1 and donate it to your cause, there is a tab in the show notes as well too that says donate to the Debaterverse, I think. And if you click on that, it takes you to a donation page where you can donate like $1, $3, and $5, and you'll get something for your $1, $3, or $5. Any more than that's just ludicrous. Luda. So, yeah, that's just kind of what I wanted to tell you. That what I said at the end of the show. This is what you should listen to, because this is all about who we are, and now that we've gotten to where we are, we want to interact with you guys more. So these are the ways to do so. This is the way to stay in touch with us. Thank you to everybody again who's listened to the show. Again, you pressed play, you took a chance. That's cool. So, without further ado, this is where I said I would talk more, so it's eggs on your face. No, I got nothing else for you. So, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week, and watch all them fucking movies. Bye-bye.